now you've picked up a new case. When you're on felony probation, you're to live as if you have a halo above your. You understand?
Yes, sir.
What gas station is this, please?
This is the 7-Eleven gas station located at 17010 Highway 59.
Don't go back.
Gotcha.
Do you mind filing those conditions, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'll appoint you a lawyer today, Mr. Hawkins, but I don't want any more issues. You become a danger to my city. It's not going to go well for you. You need to imagine that if you don't have anyone else to bond you out, you will be stuck like Chuck in there. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. I'll have you sign a reset with Victoria, and I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box while I find your lawyer, sir. Do not leave until you sign our bond condition.
Go ahead and sign. Next judge is page 21, Rodriguez. Come on up.
Rodriguez, are
Yes.
Yes.
Good morning, Mr. Rodriguez. Sir, you're charged with terroristic threat of a family or household member. That makes it a Class A misdemeanor, so you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. On April 22nd, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, law enforcement officers were dispatched to a family disturbance call. Law enforcement officers made contact with the complaining witness, who was the defendant's wife for 15 years. The law enforcement officers could hear the defendant yelling inside of the house. Law enforcement officers detained the defendant. The complaining witness stated she was shoved by the defendant and fell on a chair, and that the defendant then stated he was going to punch her with his fist, and that he was punching his own hand in a threatening manner. A witness, the defendant's son-in-law, stated he heard the defendant threaten the complaining witness and saw the defendant punching his own hand in a threatening manner.
What was again?
The threat, the defendant then stated he was going to punch her with his fist and that he was punching his own hand in a threatening manner.
Mr. Rodriguez, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I see that we have a prior assault from 2024 and 2 prior VPOs, and I'm trying to see if they're all with the same complaining witness. I see the assault is the same complaining witness. 1 VPO is
Guys, speak.
no, now's not the time.
Judge, we can see on our end, they are all the same claims.
Okay. Mr. Rodriguez, I want you to understand something and let me make it clear to you. I'm going to protect every person in my county. I don't care who they are, what color they are, if they're a small farm animal. I will protect every single person. And if you become a danger to my community, I only have one place for you. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
I don't want you to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case, and I'm gonna put a monitor on you so I know where you are. I don't want you to go within 1,000 feet of where she lives or where she works. Do you understand?
She's my boss. She hired me. I work with her. She's the
Stop.
GM.
I don't care what's going on. All I want is my city protected. And
Yes,
the
sir.
idea is that I don't want you to have any kind of run-ins with her. You guys have words and then something drastic happens. And I'm trying to prevent
Yes, sir.
something nuclear from going down. The best way to do that is to keep you guys away from each other. You understand?
Yes, sir.
If you have cancer, you cut it out. Otherwise, it kills you. Sometimes in your life, you have people who are a cancer to you. And if you don't cut it out, you end up in custody with a very main sentence. This is now your 5th case regarding the same person. Do you catch my drift?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
No, sir.
I can have you fill out an application. I'll take a look to see whether you qualify. I need to know everything about you. I also don't want you to be in possession of weapons.
No, I don't have no
If you
weapons.
qualify, I'll give you a lawyer today, but I'm telling you now, I don't know who you have in this world. But if I find that you're a danger and I have to make your bond $10,000, $15,000, $30,000,
Yes, sir.
you don't have anyone to pony up, you'll be stuck like Chuck. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Come on.
All right, Judge, next, page 26, Williams, come on up.
Good morning, Mr. Williams.
Good morning.
Sir, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. On April 22nd, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, law enforcement officers observed a motor vehicle with no front license plate. A traffic stop was conducted. Law enforcement officers made contact with the defendant and observed a strong odor of marijuana. The defendant stated to law enforcement officers that he has a handgun in the vehicle. The defendant admitted to having smoked marijuana in the car previously. The law enforcement officers located the marijuana and a handgun inside of the defendant's motor vehicle. The marijuana weighed approximately 55.7 grams.
Mr. Williams, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. You mind running his license, please? I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of weapons. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you do not have a license and liability insurance in your name, you're not allowed to drive, and that is also a bond condition of yours. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
We're going to give you time. I will have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and after that, you'll be free to go.
All right.
Don't pick up any new cases.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, his license is eligible.
Great. Okay, please. So do you mind finding those conditions, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sign for your reset. Judge, this last one, I have case number 20.
Okay.
2561239. This one was an arraignment from yesterday that fell to here. It's
Okay.
here today.
Miss Joya, come up. Why did you miss court, ma'am? Sorry? When you don't come to court, we issue a warrant and you end up going to jail. I'm going to reinstate your bond, but I'm not going to do this again. The next time you miss court and I have to issue a warrant, you will go to jail. Do you understand me? No more get out of jail free cards. This is it. Ma'am, you're charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney appointed if you cannot afford one, ma'am. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. On April 21st, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, law enforcement officers were dispatched to a shoplifting call at JCPenney and made contact with the complaining witness, a loss prevention officer. The complaining witness stated the defendant entered the store and placed two swimsuit sets in a black purse, then passed all points of sale and exited the store. The total value of the merchandise was $144.
This is the co-defendant to yesterday's theft, right?
That's correct, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Joya, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to go back to JCPenney and not to be in contact with the co-defendant in this case. Do you understand? What do you do for a living? Did you graduate from high school? I'm sending you now for a drug test. I want to know if anything is in your system and you're to come right back. You're 18 and you have nowhere headed. That's not a good way to go through life. You know, you should never, ever have to depend on anyone, and you need to be a strong person to be able to work and make money. Because in this life, if you don't have money, this life sucks. And you're 18 and you're headed nowhere where you're going to end up being dependent on someone. That's not a way to go through life. You need to get into school, get knowledge so you have a good job, so you can support yourself, so you don't have to rely on anyone, much less a man. Men suck. Don't rely on them. Be a strong woman. You understand? Okay, I'm sending you for a drug test. You're going to come right back and I'm going to appoint your lawyer today. Just take a seat for a minute.
Can I get her to sign real quick?
Yeah.
Definitely here. Judge, that was the last one for now.
Okay. Mr. Moody.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Who do you have?
I have Chun Feng Yan, and Your Honor, she is in ICE custody. I'm having somebody email a copy of the document to the court clerk, and I have it here as well.
What? Send it to Victoria. Let me give you her email address. Do you
Oh,
have it or no?
I have it, Judge. Let me
Yeah, send it to
redirect.
Victoria. That way it'll be easier that way.
Yes, Your Honor, I'll do that right now.
So she's in ICE custody now?
She is, Judge, yes.
What's going on with that? Do you have a hearing set or do you have a bond set?
Your Honor, it's my understanding that she is going to go back to her country, which is China. So there is no bond, and there is no parole, and there is no, as of yet, I don't know if there's a hearing still pending, because it was my understanding that she was going to be agreeing to return.
Do you know when that's going to happen? Because we should get her back here to try to take care of this first, shouldn't we?
If Your Honor, if that's possible, yes. I can reach out to the immigration lawyer and see if I can find that out.
So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to issue a bench warrant today to try to get her back.
Yes, Your
So
Honor.
we can try to take care of it, because sending her, having her go back and having this still open, I'm going to end up issuing a warrant because I just can't keep it open forever. And then
Yes,
it'll
sir.
impact her chances of if she ever wants to try to come back.
Yes, Your Honor, of course.
Um,
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
give me 1 second, Mr. Moody.
Yes, Your Honor.
Page 27. She's in ICE custody. We need a bench warrant her to try to get her before. Looks like she signed for a voluntary departure, but we need to get her back to try to take care of this before.
Okay.
So, all right, we're gonna bench warrant her and then we'll reach out to you when we get her.
Yes, Your Honor, if
Let
it
you know.
pleases the court, I can try and reach that immigration lawyer now, if Your Honor would like me to.
How's May 19th as a reset?
Yes, Judge, let me,
There needs one was here.
Oh.
Okay.
May 19th, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Yes,
Is that
thank you.
okay?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, we'll put it on that day then.
Thank you, Judge.
And we'll see you then. If we get her before then, we'll let you know.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay. Thanks, man.
Thank you, sir.
Have fun.
Yeah, you can put that within that.
And did you?
Hey,
Just check.
stop. This isn't the club.
Joya?
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to. That's fine. And then I need, are you, You are looking. I've already started working. Okay. Yeah, it's just, just because I've never even seen my first. Yes. I've already known. Okay, raise your hand. Your name is Arthur Rodriguez.
Tom Williams, just in the report, no drive, or the other conditions that you have.
Just no weapons, no driving without a license and insurance.
The traffic.
That's it.
Okay.
Hey, I have to run to court 6, so now I'm gonna go now.
Are they open? I thought they opened at 9:30.
Can I talk to you about something?
Yeah.
It's about the Burks defendant with the pretrial bond conditions and the GPS monitor that I talked to you about yesterday.
All right.
So I did what you said. I didn't
What's
do
the cause, what's the
anything.
cause number?
It's on docket today. It's
He's in custody, right?
yes, you got 254-6538. So
No, wait.
254-6538.
Oh,
So the sheriffs were
Okay, yeah.
a little upset that we didn't do another booking document to hold him into custody. Because I wasn't sure if he wanted to revoke again, and he's technically on bond and he should.
how is it that the bond is at 4501? I have never, ever saw a bond at 4501.
That was the magistrate. Magistrate said that on the PR whenever they were doing like bond conditions and everything.
Are we expecting Alan here today, Victoria?
Yes, Judge.
So the sheriff's wanted to know if you want, we can have this, like, once the attorney gets here and we sort out the situation with conditions.
Yeah.
We can do a booking document and then reinstate his bond because he made surety bond. So we can reinstate surety bond.
Okay,
Sure.
sure.
Okay,
Sure.
I'll let them know.
Thank you. Yeah. 121.
And you want me to hold until the attorney gets here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I want to follow up just. Thank you.
What's up?
All right. Go ahead, Judge, please. I'm just gonna print it out for you and then do this. Rodriguez? Judge, Shelby said they hadn't even started yet. Here you go, you're free to go.
Will you let him know that? And I-
Rodriguez, yes.
Hi, come on up.
Good morning, Judge.
Come on up.
We filed a motion, petition rather for non-disclosure. Let me give you the case number. I've spoken with the chief and he's indicated they have no objection to
I'll
it.
sign it.
1892.
I'll sign it. I'm okay.
Okay,
If they're un-
okay.
If
Did
they're
you,
unopposed, I'll grant.
did you need to get the case?
No, just let them know.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Is there, you said it was 1893.
066.
Housing? Yes, sir, once this line's are levels and.
I'll be happy.
Yes.
And how long did it for?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I do.
This is on Mr. Rawlhawk from yesterday.
Okay.
What bond conditions did you want for him?
I do want a GPS monitor.
Okay.
And I want him to stay at the house. Actually, guys, could you bring up Mr. Rollhawk, please?
Over here.
How's jail?
Better be out. That's for sure.
You're giving you the opportunity, but I will not do this again. If you pick up a third case, I'm gonna lose it. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
Want my streets safe, and I will do everything in my power to protect them. Your lawyer has worked hard to find you a place to go to, and I expect you to go there. I'm putting a monitor on your ankle so I know where you are. You are expected to go there and be there every night by 9 p.m. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you deviate, if you pick up a new case, if you are a danger, if you don't go back to this place, then I'm going to revoke your bond, put you back in, and you now know no one in this world is going to give you a bond. So you will be stuck in there until these cases are over with. And I don't accept pleas of guilty just to get out. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
This is the one opportunity that you have. Make the most of it. Anything else that you think that we need? Are you taking any medication at this time?
I have not taken any medication.
Or should you be? Have you been diagnosed by a doctor? Have they told?
That was years ago,
Okay.
so it's been a while.
So when you get out, what are you gonna do? What are your plans?
Still, this is house, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. The idea is to get my ID back and then to be able to find a format of employment.
So this is a great goal to have, and we're gonna make sure that it happens. So I'm gonna set you off. I'm not gonna blindly reset with hopes that you do it. I'm gonna keep you close so I see that you actually do it. When you have too much time on your hands, you become self-destructive. So you need something to do. And working is the absolute best because it keeps your mind occupied so you don't start doing things you shouldn't do. And the best thing about it is you make money.
Hey, that's true.
So I'm going to give you 2 weeks and I want to see what you have done to get your ID. Go home, wash the jail funk off you, dress up nice, go get your ID. If you do that, after that, we're going to give you a month to try to help you get a job.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
None of this just all day. It's not going to happen. Do you understand? All right, make me proud. Thanks. Ray. Hey.
I have Mr. Montanez.
Okay.
Statement and update. I'd asked the state to eval. They've done that. They made an updated offer this morning. Just need to talk to him, see what he wants to do. Get him in here, see if he.
What's happening upstairs? Do you know?
I don't think he has a case upstairs.
Janiel Montanez?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you see it? Oh,
Oh, it's
I'm
here.
sorry. They're
Here.
both here. I don't know why I was thinking of something. Okay.
I think that's a fair assumption.
Well, no, I was thinking,
It's-
is it going to be something writ court, like related?
No, it's a plea to the DWI and dismiss the PCS.
Okay, it's 140. You want a standard reset?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so at the next setting, let them come back here and then we'll, yeah, okay, thanks.
Judge you said required?
Yeah.
Required, right?
Yeah.
Ready? House is, house is June, 4 or 5.
Actually, I'm already here.
Got it. You're welcome. Do you have anything else? Yeah. I know. That's why it's back. It's the way to ship down.
Morning, Judge.
Hey, good morning. How's it going?
We're approaching on Marco Balderas, Judge.
Okay,
I had submitted a packet to the DA's office for a PTI. So,
did you just turn it in?
no, it's been a couple weeks now.
Judge, before, Judge guys makes her decision, she would like us to get an idea about restitution. We don't have that yet. I'm working to get it. The vehicle that was hit was a precinct 4 police vehicle. So I'm working to get that. I've been unsuccessful so far, but I've left messages with them and I'm still attempting to get that. And
How many
I've
times have you reached out to them?
2 or 3 now.
What? Sheriff's office, isn't that really? Okay, so, I mean, it's 191 days, so let's do this. What's today? Today's the 30th, right?
Yes.
So I'll give you till Monday.
Crystal?
If they don't have an answer to you by Monday, we're gonna subpoena them from the court to
Yes,
give
sir.
us an answer. You know, it's 191 days and it's holding up.
Yes, sir.
So we'll roll to Monday. I'll waive the appearance. Let's see if they have an answer. If not, then we're gonna subpoena them to come to
We
court.
waive the appearance of the attorney or the defendant? Did you say waive appearance?
Well, not you, him. But you can always appear via Zoom, so you don't have to
Yeah.
physically come here.
I have, it just that I have a jury selection set on Monday. But
Any day that week.
yeah.
Do Tuesday,
Well,
Wednesday.
you know what, I'll come here first. And,
Hopefully they have an answer, right? Because if they do, that's all they have to do is give it to Judge
so that'll be
Gladys.
May 5th.
If you have an answer before then, will you just let him know so that way he doesn't have to come because he's got a trial setting? And if you don't have an answer, then we're just, you know,
That's May 5th then. Monday is May 5th?
yeah.
All right, Judge.
Yeah.
We'll see you then.
See you then.
Thank you, Judge. Do I need to get with the coordinator?
Monday, yeah, May 5th, waived appearance. State's just trying to get restitution.
That's just.
I see you. Sir, go around. I see you.
Okay, okay, so. Well, I know that, okay.
She'll sign her just a minute. She needs to come in and then she. All right, there you go.
I don't need to sign.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah, the pension.
This.
What is yours? Is it your thing? Oh, Great, right. I just worked for it. Wait, you ready? First is set.
Keep going. Do you have Alawar back there? Alawar. I'm showing his. It says he has court today. Oh, man. Okay, they must have given him a PR bump.
I think when you were given Galindo. And Garrett. Oh, it says. That's the sign for the. So if they release them. So I just give you. It's not about right. Speaking of the very follow.
Judge, on Route Hawks, on the Storm side, are we doing your home or?
Who?
On Route Hawk, the guy that we brought out, that was in custody?
I think a PR bond, right? Or, it doesn't matter to me. Whatever's easier. Victoria, can I give you a cause number?
What is it?
255-9562.
Okay.
I got an email about a BVR. Did we address this yet or no?
I don't think so, but
Never hear about.
what happens if there's an issue with a different defendant?
I guess I'll check with Roxanne if he has it now or not. Can I ask you one more thing? Check on something? I need you to look it up, please. I'm gonna give you a cause number. He was ordered to get a GPS device. Did he get it? Does he have it now? It's 255-9562 on Lopez. You filed a BVR because we ordered him to get it on April 22nd.
Judge, counsel's in the waiting room. John Osborne.
Got it. Oh. Okay, Joe.
Hi, Judge.
Hi, how are you?
Here again on Aiden Martinez is the one that you emailed Chief Guys for a response. We've been reset.
It's something?
Nothing.
That's my understanding. We haven't heard back as well, Your Honor.
Martinez, Judge, Aiden Martinez. Yes.
I'm at the point where I'm just gonna set this for trial and I'm gonna give you a 10-day trial setting if we can't get a decision. I'm emailing one last time.
Yes,
But
sir.
it's unacceptable. I mean, really, it's 241 days old. The packet was submitted mid-March. I've emailed them before about this and we still don't have a decision.
Mr. No.
Please. What's Joe's email? Is it?
Joe, one, we should auto-populate if we do know.
So Joe, yeah, I see it. Got it. Okay, thanks. So Roxanne, did he get it?
I'm messaging the case manager right now to see, because
Okay.
he went yesterday for a drug test, but it doesn't show if he got his GPS. But I'm gonna message him right now.
Who's this GPS on?
Lopez. I'm signing the BVR report to put on docket for Friday.
Okay. Victor Lopez.
Yeah. Friday's gonna be a doozy.
Oh, yeah, I was sitting there. I didn't want to do that. The only thing.
Hi, Sarah, you ready?
Email like a minute ago.
Boris?
Yes.
Elder. To those Sam.
So he went on Friday, tried, they kept him there for a few hours and he just like, he couldn't provide a sample for some reason.
They give you water and they give you.
No, I know. I understand that. The thing is he's already set for Thursday.
Okay, so we'll just keep them on
Can
Thursday.
we just do it on
Yeah, yeah.
Thursday?
Okay, that's tomorrow.
Yes, that's fine. That was my plan was.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay, keep them
Yeah,
on.
that was my plan to.
Done. Okay, perfect.
I will say also, he's already on a scram device, like he's already being monitored for alcohol, so I don't know why he was required to
drugs.
renew. But there's no allegations of any kind of drug use in the offense. It's a DWI first with no criminal history, so I don't know why.
We
Here's
still
one
like
of
to
them.
test for drugs.
That, no, I understand. I understand that. I just was confused, but that's fine. We can address it tomorrow. Thank you.
So, hey, on Aiden Martinez,
All right, got it.
do you have the rips done?
Ah, no worries.
Roxanne, you got the conditions on Rodriguez, right? Arthur Rodriguez, you did? Okay.
And I just got a message back, he didn't get his GPS.
Did not?
No.
Okay, so we'll keep him on. He's on for tomorrow, so.
Okay, what about the
Well, it's not said.
Mr. Osborne,
Yes, sir.
good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Is she still in jail or did she bond out?
No, she bonded out and she texted me at 8:30 and said she
Okay,
was
come up,
there.
ma'am. I'm now modifying your condition to put a scram monitor on your ankle. The next time, it's gonna go 3 to 4 times higher. Do you understand? When I mean no alcohol from any source. It doesn't matter what it is. Okay, just go ahead, take a seat for me, and then we'll have you meet with Pritchall here momentarily.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Hold on, I need to get you a date. Bear with me 1 second. Or did you want the date that you had before?
That would be the 14th, I believe.
Let me see. Bear with me a second. And Roxanne, you can waive the fee.
Judge, he had 5/14, did you want that
Do
date?
you still want May 14th or do you want farther out?
May 14th, I think would be fine, Your Honor.
Okay, it's yours. We'll put it back on. And then I'm gonna waive the appearance for now. And we'll
Okay.
go from there. Hopefully there's no more problems.
All right, 1 second, real quick. Oh, it's my son said that's a good day, so we're good to go on the 14th.
Okay, all right. Tell your son hello and see you soon.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Take care.
William?
Bye.
Ms. Strong.
Good morning, Judge.
So you want me to just sign that, the jail release?
Yes, I filed them this morning and yeah, they're gonna dismiss her case and she has no pending, no other open cases.
Okay. Can I give you Costa? Do you have it already? Okay, I'm gonna sign it right now for you.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Strong.
Thank you.
If you said Brad was.
She didn't say who.
And this is
Just it'll get dismissed?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is July 2nd, you do not have to appear, just make sure you stay in contact with your attorney and you will own your bond. It says you do not have to appear, so make sure you read everything, all of the paperwork you're receiving today, you review it there thoroughly. Mr. Hawkins, Allison, Renee, Mr. Williams.
Mr. Williams, come back.
No, but I made him sign.
It's the reset.
This is Mr. Hawkins.
Would you like? Yeah.
You can just.
Yeah.
This. No. Mr. Williams. You can call Mr. Adams. I was also. We said you do have to here. Okay, and that is June 7th. But you have the right. All right, so, how is May 7th to make sure you win? And so you mind asking me? Let me just certify for you. You know, so then 5:30. Required doesn't show up to. Just email.
It's highlighted.
You went,
You stand copy of the attorney, your attorney will let you
You're
know.
welcome. Have a good day.
Here's your phone, Commissioner. Please read it carefully. If you have any questions about it.
Wait. No. Have you met with your lawyer yet? You have? Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's also. That's part of what you to approach on the motion. Now, right. You told me just not.
Good morning. Hi, Mrs. Santana, how are you? Hey, please. Hey, good morning. What do you have?
I have Mr. Hostler, Judge. It was reset for bond forfeiture today from last week.
Here?
And I've texted him, called him.
Okay, yeah, not a problem. We'll revoke it. Was the J, right?
Jay, yes, sir.
And do you want to withdraw?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Called that last week.
Got it. All right, I'll sign it and then
And we do have, I have the copies of text messages where we've sent him.
I trust you, you're an officer of the court.
Thank you, Judge.
So 5,001 by the end of docket. Okay,
Thank
just
you,
follow it
Judge.
and then I'll send it.
Yes, sir. May I be excused, Judge?
Jostle with a J. It's page 14.
Just, okay.
Yeah, okay.
May I
Thank you,
be
Mr.
excused,
Simon.
Judge?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Judge, we have another arrangement that came in just a little late. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Page 11, Green, come on up.
Francisco.
Does he have a warrant for his arrest? Felony warrant? You guys check.
What was his last name, Judge?
Green. What time did you get here, Mr. Green?
Like 9 o'clock, a little bit before, but I didn't know the COVID.
You come late and you come in shorts. Is this a good way to come to court? It's a complete lack of respect. And if you do it again, I'm going to put you out. Do you understand? You are charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. On April 22nd, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, law enforcement officers were dispatched to a suspicious person call and made contact with a law enforcement officer working an extra job that stated the complaining witness approached him and stated that her phone was stolen from her front porch by the defendant, who she ID'd and provided a description of. The law enforcement officers found the defendant, who fled inside an apartment and then was detained. Law enforcement officers found the complaining witness's cell phone in the defendant's front jean pocket. The defendant had a prior trespass warning for the location from January 2025.
So you go inside that. Ab?
Yes, Your Honor, we just have here that the complaining witness stated her cell phone was stolen from her front porch.
Mr. Green, I'm gonna find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm now sending you for a drug test. I want to know what, if anything, is in your system and you're to come right back. Do you understand? Right. Do you understand? I'm also going to put a GPS monitor on your ankle and I'm ordering you not to go anywhere near this apartment complex. If I find that you do, if I find that you're a weapon, that you have a weapon, if I find that you're a danger to my community, I will revoke your bond and I'm going to make it sky high. You are on felony deferred for a very serious case. Does he have a felony warrant?
No.
Why is this showing no bond?
I'm not sure, Judge, but I don't see it come up in that.
Take a seat for me. We'll have you sent in you, see you 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
If they had set it no bond under this version, the motion, and then they dismissed it and put them back on probation, and they went to ISF back in October.
Know anything?
Judge, did you tell me to a point?
Not yet.
No, okay.
So, yeah, so, let's see if there's a ransom here. So this is just on the right? Deferred.
Yes.
That's just wait on our sheet.
Yeah, I think.
Let's go to the next one. Is. It's gonna be and that Eldridge. She spoke to they're just amend her felony probation upstairs and go to sober. So I'm gonna talk to your chief about it. No. Some just shows no on there. I don't think she, but maybe right. Sorry. We'll look at it. No, it's. Yeah. All right, let me tell you.
That's amazing.
That's why we heard this. I saw a car, but she didn't right.
Judge, good morning. Question on Mr. Benavides. The state has attempted to rip with no substance.
It's no pitch owner, we just kind of got it back, I attempted to rip. But I'll locate, we found her as of this morning. I just tried to call her outside, no answer, but I left a voicemail. I'm hoping to get in touch with her, hopefully today.
Okay, I'll give you a couple of days. It gets till Monday, but that's it.
Thank you.
We'll go back school kid. Right.
Yes.
Hi, good morning, Your Honor. I'm approaching off docket. Do you have it up? Sorry to restart my computer.
Yes, Judge.
It is 251-8249. Okay, so for this case, we are set for next week. I've been talking to the state, because we're potentially looking at PTI now. My client is not mentally capable of sitting through a trial right now. She's taking care of her terminally ill mother, and her father recently just passed away. So she's just been like mentally distraught, even with trying to get her to do a
She just
PTI.
wants to be done.
Yeah, so I've been working with her, trying to get her packet, and she hasn't been able to write it. She's just been, obviously,
Any
so,
priors?
Or
DWI?
no.
No pressure.
You just want to do a time serve or something?
I don't think she wants to do a time service, because, I have to see, I know she didn't want the conviction on there, so
Okay.
just stay within, they would be okay with her doing a PTI. I worked with her over the weekend to get a PTI mitigation package together. They just wanted to know if we could potentially have the setting moved so they can get the packet in and get her enrolled in the program and everything together.
She hasn't been approved for PTI yet.
Yeah.
You still have to get the packet in though.
Yeah, so that's what, I was talking with, the state about. They were saying if we potentially have the setting rolling to that, or,
It's an old case though.
yeah.
No,
I can try and.
you can try what?
I can try and see if I can push get the approval by the trial setting, but I just don't.
We're separate trial.
Yes, Judge.
Oh, no. If we're separate trial, we're separate trial. And she's gotta get it done.
Yeah.
I get that there are things that happen, but the case is old, it's a trial. She either has to get it done before then or, no, really. Hey, I mean,
Yeah, it's no problem. We know, we have to ask, so.
Sure.
We just wanted to see if, this one perfectly fine. I'm trying to get that in, and I work.
get it in as soon as possible, because the problem is we're separate trial that day. If you put it in the day before, that's really, we're separate trial. I'm not gonna just move it because she takes too long to get it done. It's not fair to everybody else. So get it in like now, not the day before trial.
I'll get it to them and we'll try to get,
Right, but if you guys turn it in the day before trial, I mean,
it's gonna be sent in today. We just wanted to see.
yeah, and in that case, as soon as you get it, right, I mean, hopefully, but remember, get in line. I mean, I don't know, maybe you can get it an approval quick. Hey, next time I put you back there, either of you, hey, next time I put you in back. You hear me? Okay,
All right, thank you.
yes, ma'am. Yeah. I'm gonna go to 6.
You haven't checked it. Oh, okay.
Yeah. We'll look great. I was gonna say middleman, but I won't call you a man.
Little woman,
Little person, little one,
little person.
yes. Every time I go, she's actually look like I'm strong.
Well, even moving time along.
All right. What are we gonna do? Do we think the judge is gonna be gone long? If the judge is gonna be gone long, we can try to do something else. Let's see. Yep, we're going off here. let's jump over to another court. Yeah, let's jump over to another court, Clayton County. And if Judge Fleischer comes back, we'll jump back over here.
Morris Terrell Tucker, that case was closed.
I'm here, Your Honor.
All right, so Mr. Tucker, your case has been closed. You're free to go at this time, sir.
I do have a question, if you don't mind.
No problem. Go ahead.
All right, so ma'am, good morning, first of all, to you and the people of the court. But I do have a question. So in this particular case, I personally was wronged in this case. I was locked up. I paid bond twice on this particular case. I was locked up on this case. I paid $2,000 when I first got there. Within the first couple of hours of me being there, cash money bond. They told me that they was going to send me a letter in the mail to give me a court date. I never received a letter about a court date for 3.5 years. That is not due process as far as time is concerned, as far as me having to speedy finish to this. 3.5 years later, they turned around. I don't even live in the state anymore. I was home on Thanksgiving. Just bear with me a second, please. I was home on Thanksgiving.
Mr. Tucker, but I got one simple question for you, sir. That'll cut all of this.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you update your address with the clerk of court?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And that's not the situation, though. That's not the case. So
Okay.
yes, they have the information as far as how to contact me. The information wasn't sent out for 3.5 years, ma'am. As far as that's concerned, you check that out with your own records as far as that. So again, 3.5 years later is not quick.
Hey, Linus. Everybody can see you now.
How you doing?
All right. So it looks like we've got chair watch. Someone needs to y'all let me know if the judge comes back. So how are y'all doing? So I found out that shut-in, also known as Maria, she speaks Russian and Finnish, and she can speak English, but she's kind of insecure about it. So we got to get her on.
Yep, absolutely. Will be so fun.
So if anybody
I need
else
some Russian, some classes in Russian.
right, so if anybody else in the group knows Russian or Finnish or any other language, it seems like Europeans just all have one language. So if y'all can help her with that, let's find her in Discord. So this Panaka, why is Netherlands called NL?
NL for Netherlands, It's that easy.
Is it 2 words?
No, it's 1 word, but
Okay.
we like to keep it fancy.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go back onto this video here. Just sit there and look at the screen uncomfortable, and whenever the video's over, we'll go back to court.
Finished to this case. And then once I was there, my mom passed away in November of 22nd. When I was there on Thanksgiving, I was locked up for a warrant that was put out at the beginning of that month. That same day, I bonded out again with another $1,000. So I'm $3,000 into the hole on the case that when we asked for discovery, asked for body worn cam, asked for all of that stuff, they dismissed the case. So now I'm out of $3,000. Potential job opportunity as far as that, because I do travel with my job as far as that's concerned. And then on top of that, you guys are just basically saying that I can't get my money back. Is that what you guys are saying? Like, I literally locked up on some frivolous charges that you guys said that I didn't have my driver's license on person, which is the reason for the actual locking up. But at the same time, in your paperwork, when we go in there when they bring you into the jail to see what your personal belongings are, it says driver's license on there, meaning I had driver's license on person. The officer that locked me up, they lied, stating that they were doing a safety check. Unbeknownst to you all, I went through the police training as far as that, so I understand what the laws are when it comes down to safety checkpoints and or roadblocks. 3 officers there. The state minimum is 4. You also need to have signage out there, including cones and signage stating that there is a stop up ahead. There cannot be a stop that's sitting in front of a neighborhood, blocking off a neighborhood for free travel. These are all the things that were violated by Clayton County Court. When Clayton County Police
I got to stop you, Mr. Tucker. I was content to let you fuss at me because I'm the
So
face
how
of
do
the
I get my
system.
money back?
Wait. But I gotta stop you because all of those things you listed have nothing to do with what I do or what the court
So how do
does.
I get my
That's
money
the
back?
police. Then you need to address that with them. That has
So
nothing
how
to
do
do
I
with
get?
me.
So what do you do for this? You said bond forfeiture, meaning that I'm forfeiting my bond that I paid. I paid $3,000 for you guys to
Sir,
dismiss a
I
case.
said
So how do I get
case,
my money?
sir, you could have just asked me. I said your case was closed. I didn't say your bond was forfeited. You're on a bond forfeiture calendar to determine if your case should be one for bond forfeiture. If you're eligible to get your bond back, then you need to discuss that with the sheriff's department. They handle bonds. We set the bonds, but
So
they
what
handle. Sir, stop
would,
fussing at me.
let me ask you, what would
Stop fussing.
give us the I'm sorry, what would in this particular court right now, what we're talking about, right? How does that assist me with getting my money back that I'm out of $3,000 for?
You have yet to let me finish talking because you just keep yelling. So let me know when
My
you finish.
apologies, you have the floor. My apologies, you have the floor, ma'am.
I am looking at it. So your first bond was a personal bond that you paid. The second bond was through a bonding company. Am I correct?
And I paid that too.
Okay, I don't know what bonding companies do. I've never had to go through one. I've never had to get a bond for anybody I know or myself. So I'm just telling you what I see. If you have a cash bond and your case has been closed, then it is likely that you can get your bond refund from the jail. You have to talk to them. Now, the fact that there was a second bond, which means that at some point a bench warrant was issued because notice went out and you didn't receive that notice.
3.5 years later.
Let me tell you, sir, a lot of these cases are still COVID cases. So yeah, we understand that people have moved and things had changed, but every person who is in the system has a responsibility to update the court with their names and addresses if there's changes. Listen to me, Mr. Tucker, before you start yelling at me. So if you moved and didn't, even if you got arrested and gave them your new address, that's not the clerk's office, it's the sheriff's office. If you did not alert the clerk's office, who is in charge of sending out the notices, if they don't have the current address for you, they would have sent notice. If that notice came back, then it would have been a bench warrant issue. I'm telling you, I'm not looking at your styles, your case. I'm telling you what happens. So you have two bonds on here. You can go to the court and go to the sheriff's office and ask them for a refund of your cash bond. But all of these are COVID cases we're still dealing with. And so we understand there was a lag. Now, it doesn't violate the statute of limitations, but there was a lag in getting these cases to court.
Nor the Constitution, which I have the right. First,
and
Mr. Tucker, Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, Sixth Amendment, 13th Amendment,
sue,
all been violated. 14th.
You are free to sue whomever you want. If you want to sue for redress of your rights, I'm okay with that. But you can't get anywhere just yelling at me.
I'm not yelling, ma'am. I'm speaking. I'm in my car. I have the AC blowing, and I can barely hear you. So we're on a Zoom call. So I'm not
Mr.
yelling.
Tucker, did you have any information for?
Anything.
Mr. Tipton, did you have any information for Mr. Tucker?
No, Your Honor. I was just wanting to make sure that the court was aware the state's present.
Okay. All right. So that's all I have for you, Mr. Tucker. The bond would be refunded through the jail. You would have to go directly to the sheriff's office to get refund of your bond, and they would handle that. Okay.
All right, and but lastly, like I stated before, I think that this entire thing is a sham. Okay. I want to go on record.
You're not the
and say
only
that
person who
because
believes
you got
that, sir.
me for $3,000 on some charges that were completely false, proven to be false, and you guys are still holding my funds. Then telling me I got to go over here and do that. No worries, I'll fly back to Atlanta. I'm here currently in Texas working. I'll fly back to Atlanta this week, and I'll come see you guys over at the sheriff's department about my money. And then I'll go see a civil court lawyer to see about lawsuits as far as that's concerned. Because again, I was locked up twice on this. Due process was not done. I was 3.5 years later, regardless of COVID, regardless of anything, that does not trump the Constitution saying that I have the right to a speedy trial. 3.5 years later is not a speedy trial. Being locked up twice on this is not something that's cool as far as that's concerned. And then having a $10,000 bond on a traffic ticket is crazy. But no worries. You guys will have some official letter and paperwork from me soon. Thank you, Judge Hayward, for your time, people of the court. And again, this is constitutionally unsound, and you know it.
Mr. Tucker, hey, just FYI, sir, you
Tipton,
might be.
Mr. Tipton, Judge Hayward has already addressed it. Thank you.
I was
Yeah,
just gonna give him a
yeah.
phone.
Mr. Tucker, I think just needed somebody to fuss at. Now I get it. All right.
No worries. No worries.
Free to go at this time,
No
sir.
worries.
All right, next.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. I love how she just goes next, just to let him know he's just another cog in the machine.
Just another number. Let's go
Yeah.
to the next one.
So we got to figure out what we're going to do during chair watches, because it happens often, and sometimes sometimes we start to lose people, and sometimes it starts to get boring on that. So we got to figure out what we're going to do. What do you think we should do?
Yeah, we like to keep you entertained, so I have no idea, I'd like the elevator music, but it's a bit, boring. So here we are. Give us something to do. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We got each and everything. She is lurking. So just a message to the lurkers. I'm definitely one of you guys. Until I started doing a channel, I didn't even know that there was a comment section, didn't know that there was a chat. And anyone who knows me knows that I the comment section is not where I'm at. So we certainly do appreciate the lurkers out there. I think we got some requests for you to sing.
Yeah.
What song do you want to sing for us today?
It's not gonna happen, It's Panaka wants me to sing, I can sing him a Dutch song, Like,
Okay, we'll sing a Dutch song.
like alle eendjes zwemmen in het water, val de rode rieren. Yeah, that's as far as I can go, before I get regretted. Yeah.
I really didn't know you'd sing. That was.
Yeah. I'm not the hardest person to convince to do something.
Hey, can you see the screen? Can you see the comments on the screen?
Yes.
I just wanted to make sure you saw that comment.
Yeah. Thanks, Nancy. Love you, man.
All right.
Yeah. Great.
So
stuff.
we're gonna jump over to court 5, but he's still not there. So we're just gonna jump over there and watch the courtroom. Yeah. All right. So we're there. I've got the court muted. Now, as odd as it is, I can hear the court loud in my ear, and it's driving me crazy. I don't know how to get it out of there. But y'all can't hear the court, can you?
I can't hear it right now. I just
Okay,
turned
well,
my TV off.
Okay. Well, we tried before to go to, what was it? We went to Judge Rodriguez, and that didn't work out. That didn't work out great. Different styles of judging. Different ways of doing it.
It depends on the moment too, right? It depends when you're tuning in. We just tuned in at a moment where there was nothing going on in his court, so.
Absolutely. So, I don't know how to pronounce that name. Maybe you know how to pronounce that.
Fox, the Soka warrior? Soka? I don't know. I might have butchered that, but it is what it is.
Right, so it says when judges it's very much like one of those audio backgrounds you put on like a dorm room in something or something. Huh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Background music.
Absolutely. I'm right there with you. I'm playing some of my favorite songs. The problem is YouTube doesn't like that. YouTube gets upset when you start doing that. And so.
It's like 2 seconds of music and you lose, the whole video or something like that, right? Copyright strikes.
Yeah. Donald, I agree with you. I love Judge McNally. I'd love to go over there. There's something weird that whenever I start to play around with it starts to mess up with the screen. I've got to get a little bit better at it. I've got to get a little bit better with it. Let's I'm going to start a song. I don't know how this will work. I don't know if it sounds good or bad or what. Let me know if the volume's too loud or too low or what. I'm trying to find something middle ground.
It's middle groundish,
Yeah. Is it too high or too low or?
No, sounds fine to me.
Okay. So Nancy, I'm not at work because my daughter is having a kid. And so my daughter's having a kid, so it's kind of, you take off for stuff like that from what I'm told. And so
People say you used to take off for that, it's
Yeah.
whatever.
So KI is wanting to go guessing game or truth or dare. She is not one I want to play truth or dare with.
Yeah.
And so
I might
Baby
win
Shark.
that one,
Yep. No singing along. That's how copyright. Yeah, I don't know how copyright. No, copyright will get you in all different kinds of ways. It's
Yep.
yeah. But someone was complaining about chats disappearing and all that stuff. YouTube does crazy stuff. Yeah, YouTube does crazy stuff, and some creators may have control over that. I certainly don't. I would have to understand how it works to have control over it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how that works exactly either. No.
And so, well, it took almost 10 minutes to get completely bored.
That's great. It's a record, right?
All right, yeah. So it's 5. It's 5:30 your time, 5:20 your time.
Yeah, 5:20. Yes.
Okay. All right. What do you have planned for the rest of the day?
I am off today. I'm off work, so I have been cleaning the house, all the boring things, and just gonna make dinner, Do the
Okay.
usual. Maybe take a little walk before crashing down and just watching TV. Just a
Okay.
relaxed day, basically. Self-care, right? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
All
you
right.
got any
Well,
plans after this,
do I have any plans? No, I pretty much just sit around the house all day and don't do anything.
Call the daughter,
Yeah. No. Also, now Nancy wants Leons to sing again.
No, man. They're all keeping pressure on me. That's so not nice. I did it once, and see, now you can't,
Yeah.
can't
So
come back from it.
Josh is asking what you want for what you're having for dinner.
I am having sweet potato for dinner with cauliflower and what was it? Chicken, just chicken breast. I'm having the boring food today, healthy.
I was going to say
so-
that sounds horrible.
Yeah. I need to bounce back on my healthy food game, right? So
You were looking rough.
Yep. So we have to get back to it, right? Summer is coming, so you know
Okay.
how it is. Yeah.
This lady here is her name Maria? Is it pronounced Maria?
Mariah?
I'm not sure how you
Maria?
pronounce your name, but no, Linus lives in the Netherlands. The Netherlands is like right on the other side of New Jersey.
Yeah, pretty close. No, it's in Europe, basically, tiny country, but well, Amsterdam and stuff, so that's usually the place, right?
Absolutely. I didn't know it was right next to Germany until you told me about how you get your cheap gas over there.
Yeah. I can just hop on over the border and get some cheaper gas and products. You know how it is. That's how. Well, you don't know how it is, but that's how it works over here. Belgium, pretty close by.
No, I've never been outside the U.S. and I don't even know if I'd be willing to go to Canada or Mexico if it was available.
Yeah, but it's fun because it's like America is one big, mix of everything. You got everything there. But it's different when you can go to another country that's so close by. Everything is different. The culture, everything is, so it's like little states right next to each other, but just more cultural differences.
Hold on a
so-
second. When you say little states, our states are bigger than your countries.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Don't bully me. Yeah. I think, what was it? I think I Googled that once, that like the Netherlands is like 3 times, 4 times maybe.
Oh
Was
yeah,
it more?
Texas itself is so big. I think you can fit 4 Texases in Texas.
Yes. Yeah. It's pretty insane. I think we can fit in there 5 times or something, and that's just one state. So Yeah. Devin is making a good point, though. In Germany, you can go as fast as you want on the freeway. It's
You can do that
the
too in Florida.
autobahn.
I'm just saying that's how the interstate, that's how the freeways are in Florida. I don't think there is a speed limit.
Oh, well, damn.
But-
That's me showing off, but
Yeah, there's a number on a sign, but no one pays attention to it. So
Oh, yeah, that's different, right? There
Absolutely.
it's allowed. Yeah.
so everybody's asking you, what do you drive? What do you drive?
My bicycle. Yeah, I don't have a car. I live in a relatively tiny city, so I don't really need a car to get around. I can just hop on my bicycle, keeps me healthy, you know. And if I need to go further away, I will take a train or a bus. Like our public transport is very nicely put together. So yeah, that's how I get around.
Okay, now do you all lock up your bikes, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
My bike got stolen like 3 times in total. So yeah, it happens, you know.
Okay. So Eileen, were you visiting Mexico or are you from Mexico? It looks like you said you were visiting. You went from the border of Nogales, Arizona to Nogales, Mexico in 1968. Was it just for a visit? I know people do that in Laredo all the time. There's an awesome bridge there where the people go across there. And so I almost once went into Canada. I was making a turn in. If you turn left, you go back into the city. If you go right, you go into Canada. And it amazed me. They had fully automatic machine guns, protecting the border of Canada.
Oh damn! Yeah,
and most likely there wasn't nothing to it, but it was just I kind of stood at for a second. I was like, what in the world are they trying to protect from going into Canada?
Yeah, I mean, it's like the sweeter version, right, of America, isn't it? Like the people are nicer, supposedly.
They are. Look, everything I know about Canada, I learned on South Park, so I'm not really an expert on Canada.
That's the same for me, basically. So yeah, they don't have a good example there, right? So.
And so yes, each and everything. Loop 12 in Dallas is an Autobahn. It is amazing how fast they go there. That's why whenever Judge Fleischer has these people that are doing 120 and 140 on the highways at 2:00 in the morning,
yes,
those are just the ones that got caught. And so
yeah, the rest just gets away, right? Yeah, see that with motorbikes a lot because they go so crazy fast, you know.
Yeah, and I know most police departments won't chase a motorcycle too far. They give up on that chase pretty quick.
I can imagine why. Yeah, it's dangerous.
Yeah, they just can't keep up with them.
Yeah.
Oh, someone in 13 just went to see.
Worry about that, you know. Oh.
So should we check out? I was watching Judge Jackson yesterday or the day before, and I noticed that her sound was really bad.
Yeah.
Do you want to check on? Do you want to check on? Yeah. Do you want to check on? Judge Court 13, Judge Rodriguez, or do you want to stay here with this?
No, we can have a check. You know, why not? If
Okay.
it's nothing, we can go back, right? So
it says, "Can we fix audio restart?" Is our audio messed up?
not for me, but
I don't know. I don't know. So, all right. If any of y'all having audio issues, let me know because I can assure you I'm not hearing the same thing you guys hear. So.
me neither. Nope.
All right. Canada is Switzerland without the knife. That's a good one there. Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
Yep.
That explains a lot, actually.
Yep. Yeah. South Park teaches us that there's only one road in Canada, and that they're to blame for everything.
Yeah, and they will take it too, probably.
Everyone I've ever met from Canada, here on the YouTube world and Discord world has been super nice.
Yeah.
But I haven't spent a lot of time on it. So Josh is a military guy. I don't know much about Josh. He came in pretty strong, and I don't really know anything about him. Do you know anything about him?
Our military guy.
JJJS guy.
Yeah. Well, I heard from Fozzie that he's a helicopter pilot, which is pretty neat, right? So he kind of promised to come pick me up, so we can go to court 5, right? So that's what I know. Yeah. That's, apart from that, do I know much? Don't know much about him? I don't think so. Right? He asks me about my food every day. That I know.
Well, so I learned something from watching a little clip on the YouTube. It talks about you can go north and eventually you go south, but if you go east, you never at no point do you eventually go west. Can you understand that concept?
No. I'm like, fine, sure.
I can't understand the concept.
No.
Devin, I agree with you about Judge Mogan is the best. I agree with you. I'm not even sure why you think she's the best, but I'll agree with you anyways. She certainly does great. All right, so it looks like the audio is okay. That's how far the delay is. I'm just now getting to the comments about the audio.
Yeah, I like to keep the chat open in the back, right? The live chat for YouTube itself. So I can see the messages a little early, I think.
Hey, there's my buddy coming up front there. Wasn't that guy a piece of work?
Yeah.
That's one of the first ones. Just standing up there with his arms folded. I kind of got the impression that he's been there way too many times.
Yeah, just too comfortable, right?
Yeah.
He's like, what's up?
Yep, he's certainly been in court before. Kimmy's asking anybody else here from Australia? Kimmy, we normally get in the evening times here, so it's 11:30 here. But I'm just saying, in the evening times, we'll get a lot of people from Australia. I think it's just the best time, the best time for them there. So I don't even know what time it is in Australia. I don't even know what day it is. It may be Saturday in Australia, as far as I know.
No, but it's like in between us two, right? No.
They're further along. So I think they're like 12 hours ahead of me, so it's probably nighttime there, like 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Should be, yeah. Just later on the day, yeah, because it's dinner time around here, right? So
it's 1:32 a.m. in Sydney.
Oh, okay.
I realized I was on a computer, and them computer things have clocks on them.
Yeah, they're far ahead of us. Yeah, from the future, you know.
Absolutely. So it is. It's what day is? So today is Wednesday, so it's Thursday there.
Yes. Well, I still have a ways to go before I'm there, but you know, you have to be like half a day, if not more, behind.
Hey, so when you got to visit America, were you able to drink alcohol here?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Is alcohol here stronger or weaker than it is at home?
I would say the same. Maybe, yeah, I would say around the same. It's not stronger, I don't think. But yeah, it depends. We also mix our own drinks sometimes, so yeah, it's hard to really. I didn't drink too much over there, you know. I drank a couple times during lunch, stuff like that, but just one glass, right? So, but you know, that was definitely pretty strong margarita. So yeah, that one was pretty strong, gotta admit.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't drink often, so everything that I drink is like, whoosh, you know, it hits you.
I was just trying to think if Fozzie went over there, would he save money or spend more money?
What if you would be here in the Netherlands?
Yeah. In other words, I was trying to figure out how many drinks would it take. You know, according to Fozzie, he never drinks more than 2 at a time.
Yeah. Depends on where you go. If you go to a festival, they like to, you know, make it thinner with the beers, make it a little bit with water, right? So it's cheaper. They mix it with
Yeah.
water. But when you go to a bar or a cafe, I think he'd be fine. I think he doesn't need that much, you know?
Right.
Definitely the stronger beers, like they will put you down quick if you have enough. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? I've got a Judge Simmons one that I didn't do last week. I'm gonna throw it on
Sure. Yeah.
just
Got
to kind of run up some time. Let's see. I don't know if anybody saw this last week. I never got time to throw it on, so let me see what it does.
And my understanding is that you are unable to come to a resolution. What's the past due that's owed?
1,300 for March and now 1,300 for April.
April became due when?
On the 5th.
On the 5th?
Yep.
Oh, well, this paperwork was wrong anyway. So 2,600 is what's owed?
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor.
Plus court costs?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you believe you have a lawful reason not to pay that?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the lawful reason?
Several things. Since I moved in, things were messed up. The door has not been secure ever since from move in. He changed the top lock, and that's it. And I got pictures. Like I think somebody got raided or something.
When did you move in there?
February.
Of this year?
Yeah.
Oh, so you just moved in here?
February, January, maybe January.
You just moved in?
Yes, January 8th.
You moved in February. You had some concerns about
January 8th, Your Honor.
January 8th?
Yep.
He moved in January 8th?
Yes, Your Honor.
That sound right?
I don't know. I think so. I know it was a couple months. I know it's been months since my door has been.
Okay. When you moved in January 8th, the door was broke?
It was broke off the hinges like somebody kicked it in.
This is the front door?
The very front door.
Okay, and you notified, obviously he was aware, though, correct? Because you did a walkthrough?
100%.
Okay, so he was aware that the door was supposed to be fixed?
100%.
What else was wrong?
I got pictures of everything.
Tell me what they are. Tell me what the issues are.
So there was when you go in the living room to the right of the stairs, it was cracked. Like somebody kicked it. It was cracked.
The living room?
Yeah, well, yeah. The doors have mirrors on them.
The door
So
was
the door
cracked?
was cracked.
To the living room?
Well, yeah, on the front hallway living room. Here was a front door. The light upstairs, when you first go upstairs, I don't know the side, the electrical's messed up, doesn't cut on.
What room is this?
That's the hallway light upstairs going into the bathroom. There's a door in the living room downstairs that's gone.
It's the issue with doors here, huh?
The door is just completely gone.
Okay, door gone.
Yeah, the door's gone. I got one door on the closet. Right. Okay. And then just like 3 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, I told him that the toilet handle was messed up.
That was
it came off.
We're not going to talk over each other.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know how long it was.
Okay, but you notified him
It ain't get fixed.
that the toilet's messed up.
Yeah.
So you can't flush it?
No, I can't flush it. I haven't been able to flush it for however long.
How many toilets do you have?
2. So I've been
So
using
toilet,
the
which toilet is this?
the upstairs on the main.
Upstairs, not working. What is there anything else?
Oh, that's it.
And so you escrowed your rent?
Yeah, well, yes, I got the 13. I got the other 13. This is my regular.
No, escrow means you put it in a escrow account at the court.
Yes, ma'am. I got the escrow right. Got the picture of that right here too.
Whose account is that?
Mine.
No, that's not how you escrow your rent.
Well, I went there. They're like escrow. You open it. I'm like, how you open
You
escrow?
got to escrow it at the court.
I got the proof there. I mean,
Okay. But you have pictures. Did you show him your pictures?
no, he ain't seen them
You
yet.
can show him your evidence.
He told me.
Are you disputing that the doors and all the stuff he said is broke?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're disputing it?
Yeah.
It's fixed?
Yeah. The second day, that is a condo. So the outdoor is association responsibility. So I called them.
It's who's? The outside door is the association?
Yeah.
So this is a condo that you're renting?
Yep.
It's registered
Yes,
as a
Your
rental?
Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, keep going.
And the second day, he moved in the 8th. On the 9th, I scheduled the fix for the door. On the 9th, he went to Kentucky, and they weren't able to come and fix it.
Why?
They came, but they even asked me if I called them again, and nobody there, because he has the key to the house, the only key, and he went to Kentucky.
Okay, so So then the door is not fixed.
No, they came another day and they fixed the lock on the door.
But he said it's off the hinges.
The our one is they said this is non-emergency and they have it in the list for next. We have 240.
Since January, it's on a list.
Yeah.
To get fixed.
They say it's gonna be May. Because it's non-emergency. It's just the lower
front door. It's not emergency.
No. It locks and unlocks.
Get his pictures, please.
Yeah. You can lock it from the top lock, but the lower one, the one has a problem. And they put the lock, but it doesn't latch the down one. But you can lock the door, secure the lock, and close it and open it with the key. Absolutely secure.
I don't see that it's a registered rental.
The next inspection in September.
It says this was due by the 10th of this month. You just paid this today.
No,
Or this week. You just paid this week.
Yeah.
But you moved him in there already.
No, because it expired in February, the license. And that would take, they send me the paper and just I complete this payment for the renewal.
I printed on the wrong paper and I had to go. So that's the toilet. You can see the thing off.
Okay, so the toilet, he's been advised that the toilet was broke. You have a door. This is a sliding door in a closet. And it's broke. This is your front door? How is this not emergency that his front door is broke?
See the picture.
Well, I asked him to give you the pictures. And there's something in glass here that's broken. What's that?
It's a sliding door, that door, same door.
Same door in the closet?
A different closet.
A different door?
Yeah, it's a different closet.
What is this?
That's in the kitchen. That's been like that. It's like I don't know if it's moldy or what it is. I don't know what that is.
This light doesn't work is what you're saying?
No, it doesn't work either.
Is there other lights in this room?
Yes, there are.
So you're able to get light in that room?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
No,
Don't talk when I'm talking.
Okay.
You can give that to him to look at.
I've got a video also of the light upstairs, just so that doesn't work. I can change the light bulbs and all that.
Okay, were you aware that those issues needed to be fixed?
The door?
The door, the light, the closet door, and what else was it? The bathroom, the toilet.
The bathroom, he sent me a message on Thursday. That's not.
I'm not asking you when he sent you. Are you aware that it needs to be fixed?
Yeah, he sent me the message.
Okay, when are you getting it fixed?
I told him to call the 800, but I already scheduled somebody to change the whole thing.
You told him to call what? Wait, don't talk when I'm talking. You told him to call what 800?
On the toilet. It's the high efficiency one. I'm just gonna change it now.
You're the landlord, something's broken, and you told him to call the number that's in the toilet?
No, I will call them.
Oh, okay.
They didn't give me a good answer anyway.
Okay, so you're saying the condo association is responsible for the front door?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, well then you're responsible until it's fixed, because if the door is not safe, you're still responsible.
It is safe, Your Honor.
You don't get to determine that it's safe. It doesn't look safe.
Maybe there's a picture.
Beachfield, is it south side?
Yes,
it is. Right by the hood.
You can lock it and unlock it securely.
It can be kicked in easily too.
No.
I am looking at the picture.
Yeah. But
the door has to be replaced because
the
door has to be replaced. That's why there's a work order for it to be replaced.
No, the latch.
Has to give me the picture of the door. Give me the picture of the door.
The door is fine, Your Honor.
This is the door, and it looks like there's a piece of wood missing here.
On the latch.
Is that correct?
Yeah. The whole door, it don't close. You gotta lock it. If you don't, it's gonna fly open.
Well, you gotta lock the door anyways, but the door looks like someone did kick it in at some point.
Yeah, they kicked it in, but the latch is
because it was kicked in.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
The door needs to be replaced. It's been breached. So the door was supposed to be replaced. You should have had it done before you moved someone in there. believe,
I have
I don't believe that the things that he's amounting arises to the level of no rent being paid. But if you take it all in compilation, all of these issues are not yet being addressed. I think he should be escrowing his rent at the court. And I'm in order that both months' rent is escrowed immediately this week at the court, because you need to get this stuff fixed. You don't get to just rent out properties and then issues compile. He's only been there for a course of several months. There shouldn't even be these amount of issues. These should have been taken care of before you decide to put someone in there for your benefit. You're trying to get financial gain off of him living there, but you're not taking care of the responsibilities there. He doesn't have to have a broken toilet. He doesn't have to have lights that are not working. He should have closet doors. He shouldn't have broken glass. You can step outside with your phone. He should have glass that's not gonna shatter and crack, and it's already shattered when he moves in, and you've not done anything. That's the condo association's job too. Why didn't you get it fixed? Why didn't you get the doors? No, you cannot approach. I want to know, why didn't you get the closet doors fixed?
Because when he moved in, I told him I'm gonna take this mirror and put it in the basement, which I did. And the closet has another door, like has a side door. And even when I lived in the house, I use it as to put flowers, and it's not like a closet. It's a pantry.
It's a what?
It's a pantry.
A pantry?
Yes. So it has one door still here.
No, it's supposed to have two doors.
I know, Your Honor.
Yeah.
That's what I told him when he moved in.
But
I'm gonna take this to the basement, and he agreed. He said, okay.
But he wants it fixed. It's a closet. It's supposed to be fit for a closet.
It's a pantry.
It's not. What is a pantry?
For food. They call it that.
It's supposed to have a door there?
Yes.
So you want him to have a pantry?
No, I will put the door.
This pantry's supposed to be there with his food, and it's just open, is what you're saying. Because you didn't want to replace the door.
No, Your Honor.
You took the door downstairs because it was broken.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you need to replace the broken door.
Yes, Your Honor.
When is it going to be replaced?
As soon as I get him out, I don't even have the money to replace it if he doesn't pay. And
did you put a deposit down? Is that a yes?
No, ma'am, I'm sorry.
Where's his deposit?
In the bank, where it's supposed. I didn't. I will put the door.
Okay. The bath. Then what about the toilet?
The toilet. We've been texting since he moved in about it. This toilet. He just told me Thursday.
You've been texting since you moved in about the toilet?
Huh?
You just told me you've been texting since you moved in about the toilet.
No, about pay the rent. I will pay next month. I will pay next week. He paid the first month, and then the second month, February, he paid on the 24th. He finished it on the 24th.
What was my question? Was my question about that, or my question was about the toilet?
No, the toilet, he just told me on Thursday.
Yeah, when he get it fixed was my question.
I will replace it.
When?
This week, maybe.
Okay, so not maybe or yes?
No, this week.
So the toilet will be fixed this week and the door?
Yes, Your Honor.
What's going on with the light that doesn't work?
There is another light in the...
No, but you're not answering my questions. I didn't ask you if there was another light. I'm already aware of that, and you know I'm aware of that because I asked him that. My question to you was, what's going on with the light that doesn't work? I tried to fix this light 100 times. I couldn't just... every time I put the bulb, I even brought a licensed electrical. You had an electrician look at it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what did they say?
He said there is shortage somewhere.
There's a shortage?
Yeah.
Okay. And you have a video of what this... how much light you get in your kitchen? Is this the kitchen?
No, that's up the steps. There's no light on the steps. It's just light from
So this is the hallway, or okay. So the light in the hallway to the stairs is what's out. This is inside your unit? Okay, so how do you get light when you're going up the stairs?
Don't have any light.
You got one down the stairs.
That's so that goes
that has one down and one up. That's one up is not working.
Let me see the video. Okay, is this like, are there bedrooms up here or something?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and so it looks like there's a window. Are you getting some sunlight there?
Well, there's a window in the room.
This is a room?
No, that's the hallway.
Yeah, so there's some light coming in from somewhere.
From my room.
Okay, your bedroom door is open. So you're getting some light in this area, but let's say it's dark outside. Can you see in this hallway?
Yeah, I mean you can see from the other lights, but there's no light in the whole hallway. You ain't gonna see coming up the stairs.
Okay. The light does need to get fixed. I don't know that it's an emergency. But it does need to get fixed. I just want to make sure you can get up the stairs without tripping because it's dark. But you should have a door. It shouldn't take 3 months to get the door fixed. If he moved in.
They fix it right the next day. the emergency part of it. That's what they say.
They fixed what the next day?
The lock of the door.
So when he moved in, the lock didn't work.
It worked, but you have to.
The back door.
You both were talking at the same time. How am I supposed to know what's going on, sir? No, I want you. When you moved in, the front door didn't lock.
No, it was stuck. So I had to go through the snow through the back door. Yeah.
Okay, and so they came and fixed the lock, but they're supposed to come and do something else to the door.
They fixed the top lock. They didn't fix the door at all. The lock or the door. So to close the door, to close it, I have to lock it. I have to lock the top lock. If I don't, it's just gonna fly open.
To close the door, you have to lock the top lock?
Yes, ma'am.
So because the door's been breached, obviously. And he said that they're coming in they can't come till May, which at this point, May is a week from now. But when the work order was put in, why did it take 90 days to get that?
They said they have 240 units and this is non-emergency. That's what they said.
240 units in 90 days?
I will replace the lunch. I will have somebody just from outside.
Well, I thought you said that it had to be the condo association to do it. How is it that you can now do it
Yeah, I
yourself?
will do it since we could.
Wouldn't that go against your condo association
No,
agreement?
that you can fix it if you don't want to wait for the emergency.
Well, then, if that was the case, how come it wasn't done then?
Because it was an emergency. I thought the door is locked, and the second day I asked him, "Is they fixed the lock?" He said, "Yes, they fixed the up lock, and the door is fine."
I'm going to reset this. You need to escrow your rent at the court this week. You need to bring proof that the door to the front of the house access has been secured so that he's not dealing with the issue with the partially breached door. And then you also need to make sure that the closet door, because he's got clothes in that space. Closet door has been secured, and whatever's going on with the broken glass, whatever door that is, that needs to be fixed as well or removed.
It's the same thing. The door
It's
is
the same
glass.
door.
Yeah.
Okay. So then that one door is two doors that needs to be addressed.
Yes.
And you all can work on the light issue, and the toilet's got to get fixed. I don't know what's going on with the toilet, but that needs to get fixed. I'm gonna give you a new date.
Your Honor, can I think? When he moved, everything is working in this whole thing except the broken door. Everything else is working.
The light wasn't working when he moved in there.
No, it was working.
No.
It blows because I know it was working, but it blows.
You told me when you lived there it wasn't working and you had somebody come.
I put the light bulb, it stay for a couple of days and then it will burn.
You told me already that it wasn't working when you lived there.
Yes, Your Honor. But
so you can't tell me that it was working when
because
you lived there.
I fixed it because I had rental from Section 8. I go through everything and get it ready for the inspection. They have inspection before I rent it to him.
The light was broken. You already told me. So, but I'm not even making the light a big issue. But you can't tell me that everything was fixed because it wasn't fixed. The door wasn't fixed. The light wasn't fixed when he moved in because you told me when you lived there you had an electrician come. And the toilet is a new issue because he just told you about that this week. So you're going to get all those things fixed.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then we're going to come back and you're going to provide me evidence that it's been fixed.
Yes, Your Honor. When?
May 21st. May 21st at 1:30. Yeah. May 21st at 1:30. But you need to escrow your rent with the court within 7 days.
Is that including me, Your Honor?
Every month of that accrued, he has to escrow with the court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, any additional matters for today? We'll get you both a notice to appear.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so there was that.
Yep. That's
So
a
did-
lovely landlord to have.
So just giving you a heads up, Kimby has never said that to me.
What? Oh.
I'll throw it back up there. So
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah. So you see what she said?
Yeah.
Linus, you look so pretty. So we like seeing you.
Yeah, but you get compliments in other ways. Like, hey, nice head.
So you know what? I was playing around with you the other day. So I've got a light that's up here, and so if you do that,
Yeah.
it just makes the head shinier.
It's all shiny and beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Just like it's waxed, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's part of the benefit of getting old and getting bald. So
Yeah.
so that guy. So who's to blame on that one? Do you think the slumlord is to blame, or do you think the guy that was dumb enough to rent from the slumlord is to blame?
I don't know. Depends. Like if you see the house beforehand, right? You usually go there and check that place out before you rent it. So I don't know. Who's to. I think it's still the landlord because you just you have to live or you have to care about the home enough to be able to rent it out. I think have some common decency, but I don't know. I wouldn't
Yeah.
be either.
Absolutely. All right. So JJ's asking, have we seen a video of the kid that her rent was $7? That'd be so awesome to have $7 rent.
Yeah, that doesn't sound bad, no.
Well, so I
Depending
was
on the
actually,
house.
the only downfall is what type of place are you renting for $7?
Like a shoebox or something,
Yeah.
Can't be much. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was trying to think while I was watching that who's to blame there, and in the end, the guy probably needed a place to sleep. He may have got assistance to get the place, and when you do the Section 8 or you do some sort of when you take government money to rent out something, you've got some obligations. You've got to have a safe place for them to stay.
Yeah.
And so
There's
I know in
standards, aren't there?
I know in Michigan you have to get certified every year. They have to come and do an inspection of the home in order to keep your license.
Yeah.
But the only thing is they give you a penalty. They give you a fine if you don't. They don't even consider, at what point do they put a slumlord in jail for it?
Yeah, that's
And so Don, you made a bunch of references to that being like you're in Taipei. I can only imagine what it would be like in some places like that, just cultural differences.
Yeah, I
So-
wouldn't know either. No idea how that would be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Different
But-
standards. Yeah.
Absolutely. And Julie, you're right. I can never be a landlord. Too much drama. Absolutely. I could never do that because one, people don't pay their bills, but two, I wouldn't want to put the money into the apartment. If they broke the cabinet door off, I wouldn't want to fix it. And so
Yeah.
I just wouldn't do good there.
True.
All right. Let's go back to Judge Fleischer and watch nothing again.
Back to chair watch.
Yeah, I put the screen down here in the corner. I actually didn't know if I could do that, and it worked. So,
That's pretty neat,
and it looked like that idiot Mope. I don't see his comments in here for a while, but whatever. Dummy was arguing about watching court in court, and so
Yeah, that's pretty nice, right? You can keep track of how far we're going, if judge is back or not. But
yeah. Well, Maria's been keeping an eye on it for us, and it seems like all the other courts are not doing anything either. So.
just got a lunch break or something,
Yep. So,
all together.
okay, so everybody's saying to go to Judge Mogan. So, y'all give me a second and let me see what I can do here. Let me see how. All right, so we go there.
So back to Ms. Klein.
So I'm gonna just go there and let's see if we can. Oh, we ended up here again. Hot damn.
Still nothing. Yeah.
Right. Well, maybe I can open up a new window. So this YouTube thing is kind of hard for me. I'm not a natural at it like a lot of people are.
Not as smooth.
No, I'm not a law talk with Mike. I need to do that. I need to unbutton the shirt a little bit and
Yeah,
pull out
just
that law
you
talk with
know,
Mike.
show a little bit of chest, you know. Yeah.
Highway 87 is a straight highway. It does not
All
have
right, so let's.
a stop sign, that the stop sign is on Stog.
Of course.
You indicated that that was the first time you were on Stog Road. You turned from
That's
Rush
not going to
Road
work. That's not going to work. We're going to go back to Judge Fleischer. That's not going to work. So problem comes up with my monitors if I don't do the whole screen.
Yeah.
And so I'd have to.
Oh well.
I'd have to
Trial and
figure out.
error.
What's
Yeah.
that?
Trial and error, live on air, you know?
Well, there's definitely a lot of error. I'm not sure about trial and error. Definitely a lot of error.
It's part of it, you know?
Yep. So, all right, I might have another option here. You're just gonna have to laugh when I mess it up.
See the roast in the comments, you know?
Uh-oh. Are they?
No, it's not that bad.
Okay. Absolutely. There's no trial and error here. It's just error and error.
Error, and sometimes it works, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. What it is you make things so people make things so complicated, then they can't figure out how it worked.
Yeah. You don't have to ask me. I wouldn't know.
I'm certain of that. Okay, so we're there again. These are the times when I'm glad I don't have something on my screen I shouldn't have.
Back on the record, same appearances as previously noted. Ms. Stadler wishes to reject the offer presented by the Village of
Okay, can you hear that?
I can.
No, but I think it'll pop up on here for me.
Okay.
While we're waiting, Ms. Stadler, we're still off the record, but are you still on Connors Lake Road?
Yeah.
Telephone, does it end in 2053?
Yes.
Excellent, thank you.
All right, so we go to another court where they just act quiet there too.
It's an easy day today. It's the middle of the week, you know. We did hear Fleischer say that Friday was gonna be wild, so you know, or a doozy. He said.
Do you happen to know and have in front of you at all what the points are for failure to yield right away?
I do not, but
okay. Well, if you
I
hold tight,
can
here,
find it.
I think if I log on.
Amy's really good at finding things quickly too. 4 points.
Thank you.
Usually you're really quick. Well, I was worried if I clicked where we were in 4 minutes though that I would lose.
Of course.
Oh, come on. We're struggling today, man.
Everybody said that Judge Morgan had a busy day, but I'm.
Village of Grantsburg, we were. Ms. Stadler wishes to reject the offer presented by the Village of Grantsburg. We are proceeding with a trial today. Ms. Ludvigsen, please call
Hot
your
damn,
first
at
witness.
least they're starting a
Yes, I will
trial.
call
That's
Samantha
interesting, yeah.
Asklund. Thank you.
Asklund?
Yeah.
Ms. Asklund, please come forward, appear, raise your right hand, be sworn in, and you will come have a seat at the witness stand.
Do you swear that the testimony you're about to provide in this matter shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do. All right, have a seat right there.
Hold on a second. I'm going to pause this one. So,
Asklund, can you please?
so you see Nancy saying, I saw this one?
Yes.
Nancy, this is live right now, Nancy. Just saying.
Spell
Nancy, come on, man. She's
My
from the
last name
future.
Asklund, Asklund.
Thank you. You may begin, Ms. Ludvigsen.
Thank you. Can you briefly tell the court where you're employed?
Burnett County Highway Department.
And how long you've been employed there?
Almost a year.
I want to draw your attention back to Friday, December 20th, 2024. In the afternoon, do you recall, were you working that day?
Yes.
And in terms of what capacity, what were you doing that day?
I had got done clearing all the roads, the state roads.
And so for the highway department, what do you do?
I plow roads, maintain roads, anything that deals with roads.
Okay. And so on December 20th, you had been out plowing, correct? And did anything out of the ordinary happen around 1 p.m. that day?
Yeah, I noticed a white vehicle on Skog Road coming towards 87 from the west. And there is a barn, and then there's a house, and then there is a pine tree. And I don't feel that the person that was driving the white vehicle had slowed down at all. And she came up to the stop sign and she did not even apply her brakes and then ran right into me.
Okay. And so let's talk about that. You were traveling on Highway 87, correct?
Yes.
There's no, where you were traveling and came in contact with this other vehicle, you did not have a stop sign, correct?
No, I did not.
You had a straightaway?
Yes.
And there was a vehicle approaching from your left, is that accurate?
Yes, from the west.
And the vehicle approaching from the west on the left-hand side, they had a, were you able to observe, did they have a stop sign?
Yes.
And it was an official stop sign?
Yes.
And your indication is you were proceeding through that intersection and that vehicle came in and struck you, is that accurate?
Yes.
I'm going to show you, it's been marked as Exhibit 1. It might be accurate. Is that a diagram showing that essential intersection that you're discussing?
Correct.
And that intersection located within the township of Grantsburg, correct?
Correct.
And can you tell the court what is on that diagram in terms of vehicles?
It would be, I assume, the plaintiff? Her? Sorry, I don't know.
What vehicle would you be in terms of?
I was in the dump truck, so I was heading north, coming from the south.
You may.
I will have you indicate your vehicle with
Okay.
number 1.
Okay.
And your vehicle that's indicated with a, did you handwrite number 1 on there by chance?
Yes.
Okay. It actually says number, we'll type, sorry, Your Honor.
I'll make it bigger. 1.
You were traveling south
I was
to
traveling north. Yep, from
Sorry.
the south to the north.
Ms. Asklund, I do have to say, you have to wait until Ms. Ludvigsen
sorry.
is done speaking before you speak. It's difficult for my court reporter to take everything down,
Got it.
okay?
And so there's no confusion. Can you cross out the vehicle itself had a number 2 listed on there? Do you see that?
I see a 1 and then there's me.
Correct. The number, the vehicle going from the south to the north, that was your vehicle.
Yes.
And you hand wrote number 1 on there, correct?
Yes.
You see that actually on the vehicle itself, it has a number 2.
Oh, I do now.
Can you cross out the number 2 so we have no confusion?
Got it.
And the vehicle to the left that has a number 1
Yes.
handwritten on it, or I mean, printed on it, can you cross out the printed ones?
Yes.
And is the vehicle that's approaching the stop sign the driver of the other vehicle that struck you?
Yes.
Can you write a number 2 on that vehicle?
Yes.
Does that diagram accurately reflect that intersection on that day in question?
Yes.
I move to exhibit 1, Your Honor.
Has Ms. Stadler seen that exhibit?
Yes, with the exception of I can show her the handwritten. Sorry. Just to take out the numbers on there.
Any objection, Ms. Stadler?
No.
Received.
Was there anything obstructing your view that day?
No.
And so you were able to see the vehicle approaching from your left for how long a period of time?
Well, if you say it like that, I did mention that there was a barn, a house, and a tree. But I could clearly see the tree to the stop sign where she should have had plenty enough time to stop.
Okay. And so even though there was a barn and a tree there, you were able to see her approaching that stop sign and see that she had not stopped at the stop sign, correct?
Correct.
And ultimately then her vehicle, that vehicle came through and struck your truck that day, correct?
Correct.
And that was the truck that you were driving for the county, is that accurate?
Correct.
What happened next?
Then I called my supervisor immediately. My supervisor told me to call 911 immediately. That's what I did. I got out, was trying to figure out who had hit me, and then I had figured out it was her. The passenger had fleeing the scene, and then it just all escalated from there.
Okay. And when you say she hit you, just so that we have this on the record, do you see the individual that was driving the vehicle that did not stop at the stop sign?
Yes.
In court today, you see that person?
Yes.
Are they seated to my left wearing a flower blouse?
Yes.
Your Honor, I ask that the record reflect identification of the defendant.
Let the record reflect that Ms. Askeland has identified Ms. Stadler.
And then did you, after making the call to the police department, did you have any conversations with the defendant at all?
I asked her if she was okay.
Okay. And then ultimately the police responded, is that accurate?
Yes, and the fire department.
Okay. And do you recall whether or not there was any damage done to the vehicle?
Hers?
To your vehicle?
Oh, yeah.
And Your Honor, do you want to do it at the same time or do you want to do the restitution part after?
Let's do it at the same time.
Okay. And in terms of the damage, can you tell the court a little bit about the damage that occurred to your vehicle?
From what I understand,
And let me make sure that I'm understanding when we say to your vehicle, is this a vehicle that is personally owned by you or is it owned by somebody or something else?
it is owned by the highway department.
Okay, that's what I needed to make sure. Okay.
Yep.
And so the vehicle that was owned by the highway department that you were operating that day, what damage, if any, do you know occurred to that vehicle?
She hit my steps. She opened up my fuel tank. She
Glow.
moved my push axles. I think
That's
a half
funny.
a foot. I believe my 2 axles in the back of the dump truck also were pushed over, but I don't know how much. There's the hydraulic tank, I believe, was damaged also. There was a lot of damage.
Okay. And ultimately, do you know whether or not an estimate was received in regards to the damage done?
I think there is, but I do not have a total on that.
Okay. And do you know whether or not a deductible had to be paid in regards to that damage?
As far as I know, they're supposed to be, but I don't know the legalities on all of that.
Okay. I have no further questions at this stage, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Stadler, do you have questions for Ms. Asklund?
I do. If you have pictures of the road at the time, Skog Road, how fast you were going, and when the Skog Road was last salted.
Well, those are multiple questions. You have to ask one at a time, okay?
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. The first one, how fast the plow truck was going.
I believe I was probably going 40.
Then if you have pictures of Skog Road at the time.
I have pictures, but I
He's
don't
right
have
here. Come on, man.
specifically of Skog Road.
And then when Skog Road was last salted.
I wouldn't know because I'm not part of that department. I do only state roads.
Okay. I'm done.
All right, any redirect?
No, Your Honor.
You may step down, thank you.
Yep.
Ms. Ludvigsen, other witnesses?
Yes, I will call the officer.
Officer, please, what's your name?
Andrew Tyler.
Andrew Tyler, that's
Sorry,
right,
Your Honor.
Andrew Tyler. Please come forward, raise your right hand, be sworn in, and come have a seat at the witness stand.
Do you swear that the testimony you are about to give in this matter shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I swear.
Please state your name for the record.
Andrew Tyler.
And can you briefly describe your education and training for the court?
Yes, I'm a police officer. I attended a 2-year program at Northwoods Technical College and a police academy at CVTC.
And did you receive any training in regards to traffic offenses?
Yes,
Did you successfully complete all that training?
yes,
Did you receive training in regards to, in particular, accident?
yes,
And did you successfully complete that training?
yes.
And how long have you been employed with the Village of Grantsburg?
Been employed with Grantsburg for a year.
I want to draw your attention back to December 20th of 2024, approximately 1:17 p.m. Do you recall if you were working that day?
Yes.
And what, if anything, occurred at that time?
I was mutual aided to assist Burnett County in Township of Grantsburg on the accident.
And
or the
does
crash.
does the Village of Grantsburg and the Township have an agreement in terms of mutual aid and assistance? Is that accurate?
Yes, the Village of Grantsburg and the county does.
And in terms of the response, what was that in regards to?
It was in regards to a crash at the intersection of Skog and 87.
Taking a look at that call that day, you then responded to that location, is that accurate?
Yes.
And what, if anything, did you observe?
When I responded to the scene, I observed the dump truck was on 87 on the east side of 87 northbound. And then I observed the white vehicle was in the ditch. And that would have been on the west side of 87 near the intersection of Skog.
And you created an accident report, is that accurate?
Yes,
Showing it's been marked as Exhibit 1, do you have that in front of you?
yes,
And is that a diagram that was created by you?
yes.
Can you tell the court a little bit about the diagram?
Yes, it has 2 vehicles. It has the numbers are now changed, but the dump truck is listed as number 1, traveling northbound. And the other car is labeled as number 2, traveling eastbound. There's a stop sign, and then number 2 proceeding through the stop sign and striking the dump truck.
Okay. And to clarify, the vehicle that's traveling, that's noted on there is the dump truck vehicle 1 that was traveling from the south to the north. Did they have any signs of any sort telling them to stop?
No,
It's a straightaway, is that accurate?
yes,
And to the left, the vehicle that had approached from the left, was there any official signs indicating to that vehicle what to do?
Yes, stop sign.
And do you recall whether or not that was fully visible on that day?
Yes.
There was some discussion, obviously, that the plow had been out plowing. Was there anything obstructing that stop sign to the best of your knowledge?
Not that I can recall.
And in terms of the road conditions, did you have an opportunity to view the roads that day at that intersection?
Yes.
And based upon your training experience, was there ample time for the vehicle from the left to be able to stop at the stop sign?
With driving for conditions, yes.
Okay. And in terms of the vehicle on the left, were you able to ascertain who the driver of that vehicle was?
Yes.
And are they in the courtroom today?
Yes.
They've previously been identified as the defendant.
Yep. Yes.
And were you able then to speak with that individual?
Yes.
And can you tell the court about those conversations?
Okay. She was in an ambulance when I arrived, so I approached her in the ambulance, and I talked to her briefly in the ambulance and took down her information. I did ask her if she had insurance on the vehicle at that time, and she said she did not. I took her phone number and told her I'd get in contact with her after the rest of the scene was controlled.
Okay. And in speaking with her, did the defendant give any verification or exceptions as to why she did not have insurance on her vehicle?
She said it had lapsed.
Okay. And do you recall whether or not she indicated whether she had stopped at the stop sign?
I didn't talk to her about the crash at that time. I talked to her after when I went to BMC.
And can you tell the court then what happened next?
Yep, at Burnett Medical Center, I asked her to give me an overview of what happened, and she told me she attempted to stop, but had slid through the stop sign.
Okay. And so did she indicate that she then struck the other vehicle, the dump truck?
Yep, yes.
And were you able to observe whether there was any damage to the county dump truck that day?
Yes.
Can you tell the court a little bit about that damage? What you observed?
What I observed, I took photos also. What I observed was the gas tank. I observed the underside of the driver's side was damaged, but I couldn't tell you what the extent of the damage was.
Okay.
As far as a monetary value or anything like that.
And what then happened at that stage?
Completing the crash report included, I talked to the passenger of the vehicle too.
Okay. And when you say the passenger of the vehicle, which vehicle are we discussing?
It would be Elizabeth's passenger.
Okay. And was there a passenger that had left as well?
He was on scene. I talked to him, and then I told him he was free to go. I retrieved his information, everything I needed from him, and then he was able to go.
Okay. And were you able to speak with the other driver,
Yes.
the driver of the dump truck?
Yes.
And you heard testimony today. Was that consistent?
Yes.
And then what happened after that? After you were able to speak to both drivers?
When I spoke to both, then I left, and the scene was cleaned up then.
Did you ultimately end up issuing citations?
Yes,
And who did you issue citations to?
to Elizabeth
And was that, I'll say Stadler?
Stadler, yes.
And those two citations were for what?
It was a failure to yield stop sign and no insurance on motor vehicle.
No further questions for this witness, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Ms. Stadler, do you have questions for the officer?
No.
You do not?
No.
You may step down. Thank you. Next witness, Ms. Ludvigsen?
Yes, I'm going to actually call Ms. Stadler to the stand.
Oh, you can't talk to her. Can't talk to her. Ms. Stadler, please come forward. You're being called as an adversary witness. Okay, raise your right hand, be sworn in, and then have a seat at the witness stand.
Do you swear that the testimony you are about to give in this matter shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
You may begin.
Please state your name for the record.
Elizabeth Stadler.
And Ms. Stadler, I want to draw your attention back to December 20th, 2024, approximately 1 p.m. in the afternoon. Were you driving a motor vehicle that day?
I was.
And in terms of that vehicle, do you recall where you were at approximately 1 o'clock?
I had just turned off of, I think it was Russell Road onto Skog Road.
Okay. And were you then approaching Highway 87?
Yes.
Okay. Do you recall whether or not, as you were approaching Highway 87, was there a stop sign at that location?
There was.
And were you able to see that stop sign that day?
I was.
Do you recall whether or not you saw any traffic on Highway 87?
When I first saw the stop sign, no, I didn't see any traffic.
Okay. Do you know, have you driven that area before?
No.
Okay. Do you know whether or not there was a stop sign at all on Highway 87 for any other vehicles to stop?
No.
That was a terrible question for me. Was there any stop signs on Highway 87 at the location where you were?
On the road that I was on, yes. On 87, no.
Okay, so there was no stop signs on that location.
No.
They were able to just keep traveling straight forward.
Yes.
And ultimately then, did you stop at the stop sign?
I tried to stop. It was very icy. That road had not been plowed or salted, so it was difficult for me to stop on that road.
Okay. And ultimately, you agree you went through the intersection and then struck another vehicle. Is that accurate?
I slid through the intersection and struck a vehicle.
Okay. And did you have insurance on that day?
My insurance had lapsed, so no.
So that answer would be no?
Yep.
And you had no exception as to why you wouldn't have had that insurance, correct? No legal exception?
No.
And do you agree that damage was done to the dump truck on that day?
I'm not 100% sure what was done to the dump truck that day, but
were you able to visually see any damage done to the dump truck?
No, I basically went to the ambulance right away. I had a broken foot, some cracked ribs, so.
Okay. I have nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Ms. Stadler, you have been called as a witness for the plaintiff. You're going to get an opportunity to present your own testimony at a different date and time, or a different time, as soon as Ms. Ludvigsen closes her case. But you get to provide information to the court off of her questions that she just asked you, if you would like.
No, it was vodka. Come on. Oh, it's a soda.
Well, when I was driving on that road, it was my first time being on that road. I had just turned off of Russell Road onto Skog, and it was snowy and icy. So I was going probably a max speed of 25, 30. And then when I had got to the stop sign, I tried to stop. I hit my brakes and then slid through the intersection and struck a truck, and I don't know what happened from there.
All right, anything else off of those questions?
No.
Okay, Ms. Ludvigsen, do you have any redirect off of her statements?
No, Your Honor.
All right, you may step down. Thank you. Additional witnesses, Ms. Ludvigsen?
Not at this time, Your Honor. I apologize in terms of restitution. I didn't know that that was coming forward today, and so they did run to try and obtain the estimates for the court system.
Okay, that's fine. We still have Ms., well, we can break on that issue. Okay, nobody needs to talk to anybody. No, break on the issue of restitution. Okay, so you're asking to stay on that witness, Ms. Ludvigsen, at least at this time. Any other witnesses except for that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. So then we will move on to Ms. Stadler. Ms. Stadler, you right now have an opportunity to provide the court with any further detail, any further testimony that you wish to do so as it relates to that date and time, this incident, etc. You have the ability to provide it in a narrative or a story-like fashion. I know you just gave a little bit of a statement, based upon the questions that Ms. Ludvigsen did ask you, but now you can do so more in a thorough response if you wish to do so. All right, you may begin. And I'll allow you to do so from there.
Okay. Well, as I said earlier, I was on Skog Road around 1 p.m. Then I max speed about 25, 30. I saw the stop sign ahead and tried to stop, but my car slid on the ice into the intersection. I got into an accident. I was being careful, not using my phone while driving and going slowly because of the ice. And I'm sorry this happened, but yeah. The ice was just ice and snow.
All right. Is that all?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have additional questions, Ms. Ludvigsen?
No, Your Honor.
The court can proceed at least as it relates to the tickets right now, or the court can give another opportunity while we wait for the restitution for you to consider and to think about whether or not you wish to accept the offer. Negligence isn't a defense. So I can break right now if you wish to think about accepting the offer, or if you wish the court to make a decision as it relates to both of the tickets.
I would like a break, please.
All right, the court will take a break. We'll wait for the restitution witness, and then we will proceed after that. We are adjourned.
Thank you.
I swear somebody was saying that this courtroom was kicking today.
Yeah. It's a bit of a boring trial, really.
It's all right. It's better than Judge Fleischer's courtroom right now. It's still doing nothing.
Yep. Still gone, right? It's been like an hour or something. It's crazy.
Yeah. So my only thoughts are: is this great because now the rest of the docket's going to be condensed, or is it just going to be this way the rest of the day?
I mean, I think there's still people waiting, right, in the court.
Yeah, Grim
Usually stand
Jow.
in line, the lawyers.
Yeah. So, all right, let's see where this goes.
Well, they're getting hold of them. I'm sorry.
You are so true. Oh, hot damn, Grim, you made it. You won.
Oh, he's back! Yay! Well done, well done. Oh no!
Well, hell, he almost made it.
Oh,
see,
yeah.
Grim complained and it worked. I
Yep.
appreciate that one.
Sit down and stay down, Judge, please, please. Oh, we did it. We made the time in between work. Yay!
That was the longest ever.
Yeah, it
All right,
was.
everybody say bye to Lena. She's got to go.
Bye-bye.
Supposed to do?
You have a hearing,
Okay,
an actual hearing.
okay. But I'm revoking your bond in the meantime.
If
It goes with you.
What's bond gonna be set at, Judge?
5,000, or it's 5,000 now. I don't know, what do you want? You tell me, what do you want?
Judge, I'd ask that you leave it as is, Judge. The state has just.
I have to raise it, you know?
But I'll.
6,001.
6,000 more? So 11?
One, no, 6,001. Come on, man.
But,
Really?
hey,
Come on. Vato loco. Forever. El mero mero. Okay, John D.
On Miss Crawford, Ann Lee Crawford, PTI, we are 99.7 done, Judge. She's gonna go do her walkthrough TRAS this morning.
Wait, did she get it done?
They just set her up for a TRAS.
But she got everything turned in?
Yes, everything's done, everything's done. She's, fee waiver, fee paid, machine installed. We're just waiting for TRAS so she can get the contract.
She's going today to do the TS. Okay, so, we'll set it a couple days, because how long do you think it'll take? 3 days, 4 days? So let's set it a week, just in case.
A week it is, Judge. That's good.
Okay.
And we'll get it done for you.
I got it, I trust you.
Hey, Judge.
Hi, Greg. What's up, man?
We got a couple cases. First one is, Mr. Galindo. He did test dirty. I did submit a mitigation packet today. They are going to review that.
Come on, Mr. Galindo.
His mom's here too as well, if you want mom.
Sure.
Everything's done, just waiting for the TRAS.
So we tested him, guys, right?
Yes, sir.
And?
He was presumptive positive for THC.
Still using? I don't understand what don't mean no means no. No means no. How long has it been, Greg? Should the weed have been out of the system or what? When did we order it?
I don't remember. I don't have my iPad on me off the top of my head.
The case has been open since December. We reinstated his bond in February.
It was ordered in December as well.
We ordered you since December not to use, and you're still testing positive. It's unacceptable. I'm now revoking your bond. Goes with you.
Your Honor, let me ask you this. Can you give it a couple of days to see what the state's going to do on the mitigation? He does have asthma. That was an issue last time. He doesn't.
He's been ordered since December.
I understand.
Not to use. And I told you over and over not to use. And I even reinstated your bond once. And you're still testing positive. No. Because then,
well, you're still at Morton Ranch.
am I supposed to feel bad because he's to continue to use? You know?
If it's going to go a certain route and possibly go away, I just ask.
As much as I love you, Greg, if I let him go now, then I'm telling him it's okay for you to do what you're doing. And it's not okay. I've warned you repeatedly not to, and you continue to test positive. He goes with you.
May I ask you what the bond is going to be, Your Honor? Or would you consider a couple of days and then reinstate his bond to where if they do give him a PTI, so he can do his.
Absolutely, but he needs to know that we mean business, that we're not here flapping our gums for nothing. Because really, I've already reinstated the bond once and he's still doing whatever he wants to do. It's unacceptable.
Okay.
So I'm setting the bond at 5,001. Today's Wednesday. We can roll it to, I guess, Monday. And then I'll talk to him to see if he gets the message and we'll go from there. But
We'll talk in a second.
I'll let him explain to you what we have in mind, but I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know, you know, his even caseworkers had given him drug tests and they explained to him why, you know, he's, I don't know, he explained something, he smoked some, so cigar type marijuana thing, and it was like, you know,
Greg, don't. You know what I mean?
I get it, Judge.
Okay.
I will talk to the state. I will talk to mom. I have one other case I need to talk to you
We'll
about.
talk again on Monday.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm here every day. So
Thank you so much for coming.
just give me a second. I'll talk to you.
Mom, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. And we are too, you know, we really are. it just,
It's gotta be a lesson learned, you know, and like I said, I'm grandma, I've been raising them since 3 months in and out of relationships, so that kind of thing. Yeah, so.
Okay.
Promises and everything, I have his daughter, I have my granddaughter too that I'm raising, she's 15, so I've had her since NICU. So that,
no,
they're going counseling too for all of that, they don't know how to let their emotions.
so sorry, but you're doing great. Good job.
You didn't feel like
I'm behind you. Okay, thanks.
I have another case, Takesha Chase. I was going to come to the court without an agreed recommendation to see if the court would consider a deferred adjudication. She has no Texas history. She does have some history out of state.
No, but are you opposed to it, right? And why?
So, Judge, I think we made an offer. It was an offer. We have a plan that we should get one.
How bad are the injuries are we talking? Is it bad? Greg, is it bad?
No. I'm telling you, no. I watched the video. I didn't see anything. In fact, the complaining witness called the cops the day after. It was they were in the drive-thru at Whataburger. Complaining witness hits the back of my client's car. Client's upset. Argument ensues, opens the door. They throw some punches. Okay. Complaining witness does not call the cops that day. One of her family members either works for a law firm or has something to do with the law firm, and she has her call the cops from the law office the next day. Cops on body cam come to the law office the next day to make the complaint.
That
Is your complaining witness asking for max time or something?
she did asking for max.
Right.
And she didn't assess that.
How bad are the injuries?
So she said there was a blood vessel pop in her eye and redness on her face and eye.
Did you verify that?
So based on injury photos, we do have an injury photo.
She has no criminal history, right?
She has out of state, but nothing in Texas. I mean, body cam, I didn't see.
It's nothing violent.
I didn't see anything on body.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Do you want me to set it for a plea or doing it?
Well, it's 191 days. Is she here now?
She's here now.
Why doesn't we do it?
Okay, I'll do it right now.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Come on. I'm here for Francisco Hernandez. Okay. Did he show up?
Yes, Judge, he's in the jury box.
Okay, what are we doing with Mr. Hernandez?
So he's set for a bond violation hearing. I don't believe that a bond revocation would be appropriate here. The basis of the violation is the drug test that he took on April 14th, which was the drug test that you ordered in court. And if you'll recall, he had a presumptive positive and you issued some new bond conditions. So
Not our first bond violation, is it not?
Well, so it is not. There was an earlier one for missing a drug test. However, the only basis for this one is something that the court already.
Come on, Mr. Hernandez.
You're right, Duncan.
So we ordered him not to use, right?
Yes, Judge. But he, with the except, I mean, there is no evidence that he has violated that order after his drug test on the 14th, which you ordered.
Your Honor, the conditions requiring no drugs, no alcohol and testing went into effect in January 2025. Prior to the testing that we conducted.
So the conditions went in January.
Yes, Judge, I understand that, but this violation has already been addressed.
Has it?
Franklin University.
I don't know. Anthony has it?
The court addressed it by issuing new bond conditions on the hearing on the 14th after the presumptive positive test came back.
No. So the client failed to report for a drug and alcohol test on 4/7/25. So we brought him in on 4/14 to admonish him and to tell you, hey, don't miss a drug test. When you miss test, that's when we issue warrants. Bad things happen when you do that. So he was ordered the next week to go take a test, and he now tested positive for alcohol. So that's where we are. So we've not addressed it.
I don't believe that's completely accurate. It was not the next week that he was ordered. It was at that hearing. You had him go out and take a drug test on that day.
Is that right?
Judge, the violation that was submitted on April 7th was addressed for admonishment on April 14th. And yes, that was the day that he was sent to submit for testing. And then he had an additional bond violation submitted for being presumptive positive for CHCL. And now that was signed to be addressed today, which is what we're addressing.
Mr. Hernandez, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I've already had to put 2 people in jail now because they continue to use. You are begging for your bond to be revoked. No means no. Doesn't mean I have a party. Doesn't mean I have a graduation. Doesn't mean Jesus came down from earth and asked me to break bread. No means no. Do you understand? We are now at a stage of no tolerance. If you ever miss, if you test positive again, do you understand me? There's no excuse. And I'm going to, are you high right now? You can barely keep your eyes open, Mr. Hernandez. I want to test him again right now.
Yes, sir.
I will test you 50 days from that test. And if you test positive for weed, that tells you that you continue to smoke and it's not going well. Do not use. Do you understand?
Sorry.
From this day forward, you test positive. Okay, I'm sending you for a test now.
And should I reapproach after that test is completed?
I know, let's roll it to tomorrow because it's now 12 o'clock near this time. Okay. Come on up, sir. Hi, Alan. Sorry, guys. Oh, who do we have here? Oh, Mr. Birch.
Sir.
Okay. So, good morning, Mr. Birch.
Morning.
Sir, you're charged with assault of a family member. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 9 days in jail with credit for the 5 days that you've done. You need to understand that this is going to go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. It's even there after you die. This is important because there's an affirmative finding of family violence. What that means is that if you ever pick up another one of these cases, you will be looking at a 3rd-degree felony. If you ever pick up a gun or ammunition, you could be looking at potential further charges as well. By doing this plea, you can never own a gun or ammunition or be in possession of such. You understand?
Sir.
You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. That's why I say after today, you can never come back and try to change this because you just don't want it anymore. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
There's an affirmative finding of family violence, which is why I was telling you, you pick up another one. You understand? And I'm telling you now, an assault is not like a drag down, beat down. You merely take someone's arm and you just squeeze it enough for it to hurt. You're looking at some serious time. You understand? All right. How do you plead to the offense, sir? Guilty? I'm going to find you guilty, sentence you to it. Good luck to you, sir.
Your Honor, if I may, I believe that there was a residency restriction, I suppose. I think there was a MOA in place. I can't see evidence of that on my end, so no one can. But if there was any MOA in place, Your Honor, we would want that to be addressed.
You want me to take the residential restriction
Yes,
off?
Your Honor.
Okay, do we know what the complaining witness wants?
Absolutely. The complaining witness not only wants it removed, but the complaining witness has contacted the district attorney's office between yesterday and today. I spoke with her yesterday. I also emailed the state.
Cole, you verified that?
It's a DVD issue, so
Okay, as long as they're okay with it, then I'm okay with it as well, and we can amend it.
okay.
I just want to make sure that they're on the same page, that they know about it and they're okay with it, and then I'm okay with it too. Alex.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
She's on standby, by the way, if you guys want to call her.
Okay, yeah, we'll give her a call.
Well, you don't have to call. It should be in the notes, hopefully.
Well, the note says that defense counsel says the complaining witness explained it was a big misunderstanding.
Okay, I don't know, maybe,
This morning's email, I don't know if you got it, but it also says she's waiting for you guys to call her. Her number is this, and she's called you. And I was on the phone with her when we called you.
Did you send me the email?
Alan, you said she's outside?
No, she's on the phone. She's waiting for their call.
I'll have someone reach out here momentarily.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. Good luck to you, Mr. Birch.
Yes.
Oh, Alan, I'm sorry, Alan, did you have something else?
Jaquan Chapel, Your Honor, just because of the date of the case, Mr. Chapel's case is, we reached a resolution today for PCI, so I just want to get a reset on that one.
Okay,
The la-
what do you have to do? Simple stuff?
Yes,
2 weeks?
that's perfect. Last is in custody, Christopher Randall, Your Honor. I think that's who you wanted to speak to me about. He turned himself in this morning. You gave him a short reset because he was homeless. I suspect he didn't sign his bond conditions last week.
I have no idea. I don't remember. I mean, I don't remember what I had for breakfast, which is nothing. What do you want?
Well, for him to be released, Your Honor, I mean, I don't even know why he's in custody.
Picked up another assault?
That's from last week, Your Honor. That's what I was appointed to represent him on. So he has 2 pending charges.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay, I remember. I'm not gonna give him a PR bond. I mean, unless there's some like stable housing that he goes to or some kind of family, I don't want to just put him on the street, you know?
I can appreciate that, but you let him go last week and then he voluntarily came back this week.
I let him go.
I'm sorry. He wasn't in custody. I believe he was released and then he came back to.
Let's do this. I need to do a deeper dive. Let me talk to them because they've been waiting a long time.
Absolutely.
Give me 5 minutes. Let me talk to them because they've been waiting for a long time and we'll do a deep.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Colin. Hi.
Okay, so we were here earlier. This is off docket this week. It was a Quibena Darko, cause number 2514883.
Thank you for being patient.
No problem, Judge.
So
Nice to
she,
see you again.
so that day I submitted a mental health competency eval and we discussed and she said you could stipulate that based on, past cases and everything else that he
Yes,
was
sir.
not competent.
So, we have a agreed stipulation of evidence in your queue. Mr. Darko was previously found incompetent in 2023, sent to Dunn, was not restored, and the case was dismissed. So he's presumed incompetent in this case. And so it's just a Class B trespass. It's and a Class B criminal mischief. They're not serious cases. So what the state is requesting is we're willing to dismiss all the charges. And we're asking for you to enter an order pursuant to the Code of Criminal Procedure 46B 151, which allows the court on a finding that are checked to send him for civil commitment.
Done.
So he
I'll
can
sign
go
it
to the
for you.
hospital.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
And I filed the dismissal. Thank you.
I'll send it right now. Okay, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Hi, Mr. Ball.
I got a quick one, Your Honor. How you doing this
Okay.
morning?
Pretty good, you?
I'm great. I got Jesse Espinosa.
Okay.
He's approved for PTI. The only holdup on waiting to get the contract is restitution info. ADA over here has been reaching out time and time again. I saw him try again this morning. So it's not on the ADA, it's on the complainants.
Back always the
Yes,
restitution.
Judge. I apologize. I've been in constant contact with them. They keep promising me they're sending the restitution information.
Okay, so we have to give them a deadline. Say, I'm giving you until Monday. If you don't have it here by Monday, you're not getting anything.
Judge, I told him that today and that I needed it today. And
And?
he said he was sending it to me today.
So if he doesn't get it to you today, then no restitution. That's it. All right, so you want to roll
As
it
for
to
a
tomorrow?
I'm sorry.
Let's roll it to tomorrow and see if it happens or not.
Yes, Judge.
Can we please waive my client's appearance? He's been sitting here like 4 hours. Thank you, Judge. Maybe excuse?
Approach, Your Honor. We got a plea on Mr. Gonzalez.
Okay. He's on phone. But, he picked up a mitigation. All right, good morning, Mr. Gonzalez.
Sir.
Mr. Gonzalez, you're charged with tampering with the government record. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 30 days in jail with credit for the 10 that you've done. So it's basically, however, you need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. From now on, in misdemeanor land, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. Do you understand?
Sure.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization, give up the right to appeal once you plead guilty. There's no change in this. Is this what you want to do?
Sure.
How do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I will send you to it. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you, Ms. Reed. Have fun. Mr. Perez. Matt Perez.
Judge, I'm here.
Hey, what's up, man?
Oh man, I'm at home sick this weekend.
Okay, tell me, Matt.
Yeah, this weekend I had a positive COVID test, and this morning the doctor said stay until you're good
Yeah,
after
don't come
Wednesday.
over here. That's why we have you Zoom.
Right, Judge. And so I'm following up on Daytwan Johnson, I believe.
Okay.
I lost, well, not lost. His phone number went unavailable for a long time, and then he's able to reach out to me on another number. And it's a gun safety course, Judge. He has not completed it yet because he went down a different path that I wanted him to go. He was trying to find one in person, very expensive, and I sent him one that's not expensive, and it's online.
This case is 200 days old. He's repeatedly failed to appear. Is he here today?
I don't believe so, Judge.
And I'm revoking his bond. It's unacceptable, man. You can't just keep doing it. And let him know that once he gets a class done and he gives it to you, that recalls the warrant, you know?
Okay, I'll let him know, Judge.
Okay, man.
All right, thank you.
Thanks. 5001. Okay. Diana. That was,
Hi, Judge.
hey, how are you, Johnson? H1, Johnson. You had a,
25, Tovar. I have Tovar, Your Honor.
Yeah, what are we doing?
He had thought he paid his reinstatement, but he didn't have his SR-22 turned in, so he has done that now. I guess he's just waiting for them to reinstate him at the moment. He had to get SR-22 insurance. He had regular insurance.
Do we have proof of all that?
I don't have any proof of that. I'm waiting for him to get his license reinstated.
Okay.
I have evidence of it. He sent me like screenshots of what he was doing.
So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set your case off for like 2 weeks. He needs to be here at that time with all the stuff in hand. So we actually see that he got it done. Okay?
Okay.
Hold on. I'll get you. I'll get you.
Yana, can we set it for the 13th?
Hey, guys, hold on. Say it again.
I have this one. Your Honor, could I get a 13th of May?
Okay, I'll give you that day, but he's got to be here. If he's not here, the bond gets revoked, huh?
What day was that, Judge? I understand, Your Honor. We got it.
May 13th.
Okay.
SFBF. All right. Bye,
Thank
Diana.
you.
Hi, Sina.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge. Have a good one.
We have Raul Agure on Tuesday. It's a DVD case, but it's a trial case.
Okay.
Just wanted to see what is there an order, or are we the only ones up, or we're about to go over there to talk to DVD, but
see,
I didn't see any motions filed, so I was thinking they're going to dismiss it since we had requested a discovery motion back in August.
Sometimes they do, but more times now we've been seeing that they're just letting it go.
They do what?
Go. So let them go to trial.
Right, but if they didn't file their motions, I was, I was gonna potentially object to that. I was gonna go over there and talk to them and see what they're.
We have two other, no, actually, a lot of cases set for the 6th.
A lot?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
But a lot of them came, so be ready, just in case.
Absolutely. Okay, I'll go talk to DVD and figure out where their minds at.
Okay,
Thank you.
for sure.
Have a good day.
You too. You want to go through the list? Hey, oh. Yeah, hey, can I talk for a second? Don't be mad.
I'm mad.
Don't be mad.
You get rid of it. What?
So, I gotta get you the date because I don't know, but I'll get it. And then,
She emailed.
yes,
3
right.
times a day.
Yeah. I said, okay, so.
Oh. And then she said.
May 13th, May 13th.
You told her he could leave? Because he didn't finally say.
I don't know, just, but must appear. That's a required decision. All right.
Hi, good afternoon,
Hi.
Judge. How are you?
What's going on?
Good. I'm
Is it
approaching
your
on,
one case?
yes, Diaz,
And?
the state is following on dismissed conduct.
All right, there you go. I'll sign it. No, I refuse.
Thank you, Judge. Good seeing you. By the way, my brother keeps saying that he wants to, no, I'd like to meet Judge Fleischer.
Bring him up, have him hanging out. We'd love to have him. Have him come.
Part of the fan club, I'll bring him. I'll bring him.
We'd love
Good
to have
seeing
him.
you, Judge.
Get to. Tell him hello.
I will.
For cruise, is he going to drive you out? Or what day was it?
No, we're not doing it. No. The problem is that we're getting more denials than we've ever had before. So I don't want to send them for TRAS, then they get denied, and then everybody wastes time. You know, it doesn't make
I
sense.
thought that's what she was asking for earlier, but.
She was, and I told her, don't. Because, we've had at least 2 or 3 today denied that I've seen. I'm not complaining about it, but I'm just saying that it's nonsensical to waste everybody's time and money for.
Yeah, makes sense. Judge, page 11, Green was sent for a drug test this morning. And for trial, he never checked in, so he came back over there.
Go take a drug test. No.
No, Judge, it's not on here that he checked in. I contacted 49 and they said he never checked in.
You never checked in. Go take the test. Can you help him, Roxanne, and let him know where to go, please?
We're gonna roll it tomorrow.
Roll it to tomorrow. If it doesn't get done, it's not gonna go well. She will tell you again how to get it done. And tomorrow, don't come in shorts and come on time, 8:30.
Mr. Green, come sign your reset, please. I'll get you to sign. Let me just do this pen. All right, go ahead and sign, please. Hey, Miss, I'm looking at my invisible watch. It's 12.
Sean's going in here.
No.
Yes, no.
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh.
Look who it is.
Hey, Judge, how are you?
The man, the myth.
Oh, go ahead and see for the.
Okay, so bail orders.
So I got two for the week that went in.
Okay.
Neither one.
And
Also.
so, okay, so first is Garrett.
Yes. Yeah. That was, I want to say April.
Yeah, right, okay.
Set an amount for 6,000.
6,001. Yes.
Go ahead.
All right, so.
Okay, go ahead and roll this and then.
Approving the vice proceedings.
Yeah.
That's the last.
Never mind.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so who was the other guy besides Gary?
There was.
Oh.
Galindo.
Who?
Galindo, that was.
Yeah, Galindo, that's right.
Greg's guy?
Right.
I was really curious on this guy. Cause he was, I mean, he looked, he didn't smell, but
Oh,
yeah. And then the other guy that you. Yeah.
all right. Vic, do you want to go through the list?
So Harold's back there, he has one, and then Michael has two, and his competency.
Any no shows?
Yes, both of Michael's clients.
So. One of them, Judge, Murdoch, I believe. I think I expected him probably not to show. The other one, Jada Davis, it's a PTI, she had to turn in proof that she put the device on the car. But DA says there's a fee that we haven't determined if that's been paid yet, so that's what I'm doing on that.
Is she here?
I don't think she's here.
She's supposed to be. It's 269 days old.
I fully understand, so I'm trying to see what's going on with the fee.
Oh, I just responded to, is it that? May I jump in, Judge?
Oh, yeah, take over, please.
I don't have confirmation from her that she paid her fee. She emailed me this morning and said she had food poisoning and couldn't be here
I'm
today.
revoking her bond up to 5,001. I mean, I can't just, it's 270 days old and
If she gets that fee in the day.
I'm always open,
Okay.
but I want her to do what she's supposed to do. And I'm not going to reinstate until she does it,
Okay.
you know, really. And that's hopefully the care that,
No, I understand.
just let her know.
And the other person.
Also on Murdoch, yeah. Murdoch 5,001 as well.
Thank you, Judge.
Sure, thanks. Vivian.
But we also had Joya reinstated. She came back from testing earlier.
Okay,
She was negative.
right. Come up, ma'am. Did we appoint our lawyer?
No, you told me.
Oh, okay, appoint our lawyer. Or is it,
You want to sell it, was that fine? Yeah.
you need to do something in this life. I'm telling you, the older you get, life doesn't get easier. It gets so much more difficult. And if you don't have an education, if you don't have some kind of trade or skill or good job, you're going to end up in such a bad position that you will do anything just to get money. I'm telling you, life doesn't get easier. You lose hair, you lose the looks, it doesn't get easier. Did you tell me that you graduated from high school or you did not graduate from high school? That is what we are going to work on now. You must either maintain a full-time job or get back into school. And I'm bringing you back in 2 weeks to see what you have done. If you have done nothing, do you understand me? Okay, we're going to appoint you a lawyer today, and I want you to see that you're actually working to make some kind of future for yourself. The more education you have, the more money you're going to make in this life. The last thing that you need is to be dependent on a man. Men suck. You never want to be dependent on a man. Be a strong woman, have a brain, and do something with your life. Do you understand? We're going to work on it together to ensure that it happens. Please, just take a seat. We'll be right back with you momentarily. Cole, do you mind filing those conditions, please? So, no going, I think it's no going to is it Target?
It was J.C. Penney.
No going to J.C. Penney, no contact with the co-defendants, back in school, with a full-time job.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anna, why are you here still?
Well, because my trial got dismissed with prejudice.
Oh, nice.
And then they put me back on intake, so I'm looking for Victoria.
I
I
think
think that was the last one, and what is this gonna zoom on?
for her,
June's Reed got.
Reed. Okay, so she's done?
Yeah.
You're good.
That was the last. Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to do now, because they're done.
Go have fun.
Good luck.
Take the day off. Who's the young lady? Ma'am, what is your name?
Chase.
Chase.
Chase. Chase. Oh, this is the one you're gonna do the without a free.
Oh,
I thought she fled already. Let me.
do you know where he went?
He walked with one of the clients out his back. The boy had some.
Is Greg still here?
He should be.
You want to go ahead and write it up?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might guys write it up?
Yeah.
Without an agreed rest.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Here, I'll show you. Yeah. And Judge, I do have someone covering tomorrow. It's court 6 week that she's coming over here to. Good morning. Done early. I'll be back early.
Okay. That one felony case you're talking about? You gonna go? Do you want to go?
Yeah, I do. I'm excited about it. We'll see. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can hold on for it. Tomorrow's what? Thursday, yes.
What did you say?
To read.
Judge, I just got a new appointment.
Come up, ma'am.
Joya.
Okay, I'm bringing her up.
Thank you.
So this young lady is 18 years old. She's not working. She never graduated from high school and has no prospects so far. So I told her that we are all going to work together to make sure something in her life happens. So I'm giving her 2 weeks to either start working on getting a GED or back into school or working on getting a full-time job. Because doing nothing all day, it's not going to happen. You understand, man? This is the lawyer that's been appointed to represent your case, Mr. Reed. We are going to give you his phone number now. You must get in contact with him today so that you guys can get on the same page about the case.
Okay.
Don't pick up any new cases, and I'm expecting you to work on good things. You understand? Okay, man, make me proud. Okay, Mr. Reed. Okay.
Just 2 weeks.
Hold on, I need to get your date.
Okay.
How is, May 21st?
May 21st-ish.
The 21st will work.
Okay, all right, it's yours.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks for coming back. Take care.
Judge, is that state conditions?
Yeah, states. Yeah.
Okay, I got you to sign earlier, so just go ahead and back. I wasn't sure if I would like that.
No, yeah, for sure.
It's hot in here. Does anyone have a heat? You don't have a heater on, do you?
No, but I have him look straight at me.
It's so damn hot in here. What the hell? I'm like, no, thanks. You know, maybe I need to get one of those.
Well, I called Bill and said it was too cold.
You did? Maybe I need to get a fan.
It was hot. I think it's Ramona called and said it was too cold.
Yo, come on. All right. Yeah, they filed the paperwork. We'll get you to sign here. All right. He's coming.
I don't see anything.
Oh.
Oh, I know.
I'm here.
Okay, you ready? Hey, do you have the paperwork?
We don't have it yet.
You filed it,
I've been
right?
tracking the kiosks, that's what I said. I'm gonna go to 7, I'll be right back.
It's there.
Yay, they got it. Got it. Signy.
Can we get your hair, email Liz and just let her know?
Ms. Chase, can you approach, please?
Hey, I'll tell Andrew we got a protective order.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right here.
Oh.
Yeah, please.
So, Your Honor, I had a case got appointed to Dave Johnson. And I think the state's filed a motion to dismiss.
Is it Lori or who?
It is, her first name is.
Yes.
Shanidria?
Yes.
Okay. I'll sign it as soon as I get it.
Okay.
Oh, I got it right here. All right, I'm signing it for you. Yeah. Okay, done, Harold.
And I'm sorry, Joe, I take this 1 second. And then,
No, sir.
and then Judge, 2 other people, but Mr. Alfaro, he's on the dock of the day. I haven't been able to contact him in a little bit. I was trying to see.
So let's do this. We'll set it for a week.
Okay.
You've got to be here. And just however, whatever means you have, reach out to him, let him know, hey, look, the judge has put you on the docket. You must be here in a week.
Sure.
If you fail to appear, bond gets revoked. You know, perhaps like a letter to the last known address or whatever, you know, however, that way it gives you enough.
Sure thing. And the other question I had was Mr. Savage.
Okay.
And he has a pending felony. And we were talking about it. They have an offer for the felony, but his next date's May 12th.
Is it Savage?
Savage.
Oh, is he in custody?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I didn't see it.
No, you can sign it.
And so, he hasn't actually, he's talked to the chief one time over there, so I'm gonna inquire and make sure that.
Oh, God, it's 693 days.
Well, he
You
was
just got
absent
appointed
for-
though, right?
I just got assigned to it.
Yeah.
But, hit upon forfeiture, I guess, or, yeah, he absconded.
It's a savage. We have a lot of, like, it's hard to get a hold of him. It's not our first rodeo with him. So he's being held at no bond on the case upstairs. They're set for 5/12. Do you want to set it for the next day?
No.
Sure, let me just make sure that's,
He's on probation here. He's also on probation upstairs. I guess he absconded from the place. Is that what happened?
So he was placed on probation back in 2022. He went to SATF. He picked up a new felony charge and got placed on that probation for bringing illegal substances into the facility. They sent him back to SATF. He completed it. And then while in aftercare, he started testing positive for amphetamines, meth, and benzos, and he absconded from there.
Right.
So there's been no contact with him.
Yeah, I think it's probably a futile attempt to continue. If you want more time, though, we'll give you more time.
we'll
So-
just see what he's gonna do with the felony and.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's building time regardless, I guess. Which I'd give him back time regardless.
Okay.
So you want to do the day after felony?
Sure, we can do that. I'll, 13.
Unless you want something different. I'm all ears.
No, actually, I have a jury trial scheduled that day, but it might, I'll be down regardless, so. All right, thank you, Judge. Thank you.
Ready to go.
Carol.
So it's everything judge asks him.
Okay.
Last name was
Chase.
Chase.
What about your?
And Ms. Chase, you're charged with assault, bodily injury. You and the state have been unable to reach an agreement. You know, in this life, you never know who you're going to run into. You get into a fight with the wrong person, they're going to shoot your ass dead. You get into a fight with the wrong person. This society is extremely litigious. They like to sue. They like to get money. And I mean, who doesn't want money, right? So when you run into the wrong person and you get into a fight with the wrong person, it could really cost you dearly. And as you now know, these people, they now have a lawyer.
One of the family members was a lawyer. That's what I was explaining, Judge. So she didn't call the cops
Same.
that day. The cops went to the law office the next
It's
day.
very possible they're waiting for the results of this to come after you in a civil way. That's why you have to watch out what you do, who you get in contact with. If you're lucky that you're not going to get shot, you're going to get unlucky that you're going to get sued, They're going to squeeze you for every dime. That's why you have to be careful. So what do you want?
I mean, ideally, I'm asking for a deferred and a no contest plea if the court would take that.
I don't know about a no contest plea, but I'm certainly willing on the deferred, right? So you're charged with assault. You've not been able to work an agreement. Would you like to come to me for us to punish you as opposed to the state? Because you've been unable to work an agreement.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Sure.
yes.
So your other option is if you don't want to accept, then you can go to trial. That's the other option that you have.
No, not
So, okay. So, are you guilty or not guilty of this offense, man?
I'm guilty.
Okay, I'm not going to find you guilty. What I'm going to do is I'm going to withhold that finding for a year. I'm going to place you on a probation that's called deferred adjudication.
Okay.
This is a type of probation that you give up nearly every right known to man by entering into it, meaning that you cannot fight this underlying case after today. We're putting you on this probation. If you successfully complete it, you do not end up with a conviction on your record. But you cannot tell people it was dismissed. It doesn't get dismissed. You take a probation. If you complete it successfully, you don't end up with a conviction. Do you understand the difference?
Yes, I do.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to order you to undergo anger management while you're in this probation. You're to do an effective decision-making class. You will also do what's called a TRAS. This is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them. No weapons and no contact with the complaining witness in this case.
Kill it 2 years after you're done.
Okay.
Now, if you're going to be driving, you must have a Texas driver license and you must maintain liability insurance as well. Car insurance. You have to have car insurance. That's another thing. I get emails all the time where I have people asking me for help because they get into an accident and they're getting sued for $50,000 and they don't know how to go forward. They now are required to go hire a lawyer and fight this lawsuit because they got into a car accident and they damaged someone's Benz. That's why you have car insurance, so that if you get into an accident, you have the company there to represent you and take care of it. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, so proof of financial responsibility.
Yes, sir. I have a license, but I don't have a car anymore, so I don't have
Okay.
insurance.
Well, if you get a car, you're gonna need
Okay, yeah.
insurance. Okay. And she doesn't currently have a car, Your Honor. I'm just letting her know that
Yeah.
she gets it.
If at some point you do get into a car or you have one, even if you're borrowing someone else's car, you cannot unless you have insurance. Okay, so ma'am, what I'm gonna do now, or well, you're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers, the right to be arraigned, charge read in open court. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, you are now entering into a contract with us stating that you will successfully complete this agreement. If you do something to violate this agreement, like you pick up a new case, you don't do your classes on time, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. We're going to have a hearing and you're looking at an entire year in jail. Do you understand?
Yeah.
You still want to do this?
Yes.
Okay, man. I'm going to sentence you to it. Good luck to you.
How many months is the term, Your Honor? 12 months. Okay, perfect.
Just a year.
Okay.
And if you do well, you get everything done quickly and you're nice to everybody. You know, these probation officers, they have a really just tough job. They meet with the worst of the worst. They deal with excuse after excuse. So if you want to get a nice one, be the first appointment, be the first one there, be happy, crack a joke. You don't have these people eating out of your hands. But if you go there at 4 o'clock, they've dealt with excuse after excuse, a-hole after a-hole. They're probably going to be in a bad mood. And if you're in a bind and you go up there unhappy, it's not going to go well, right?
Right.
Good luck to you.
Okay, appreciate it.
And you're done with court. Okay.
Okay, Greg.
Yeah, you're gonna wait for the thing.
I'll probably talk to you in a few.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, good luck, man.
Let Fleischer know? I mean, did you let Judge Wright know?
Yeah, I did. I texted that. I had protected order. Let's see if
I'll
he
go.
replied.
All right.
He didn't reply. All right, bye, Greg. We're done. Just wait. Yeah.
Wow, if I don't have one, I didn't bring one here. Yeah.
I'm gonna complain to facilities that it's just not.
No, we did call to have your turn over yesterday.
Are we done? We good?
Judges, commissions in the queue for Joya.
Judge, I did call yesterday for you.
To make it hot?
No, why would I do that?
Don't, please, Ramona, you're killing me.
No, I wouldn't do that. I called to get the temperature lowered.
Okay, all right, Ramona, we're done. I'll
Okay.
see you tomorrow, huh?
Yes, Judge.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.